Debonair. Okay.
Woo! And why is we say got it? Brrrr. The regular season is over and the truth starts now. Welcome back to the podcast with the boys. I've got Clutch Cold Dodges. I've got Dark Knight Games. I got omgitsdev, our undivided, disputed de facto, the man who sets it up all for us. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get right to it. It is playoff time, gentlemen. The NFL regular season is officially over, and now the league belongs to the teams that can survive pressure. Everything we've argued about for 18 weeks, contenders, pretenders, chaos teams, MVPs, none of it matters unless you can win right now. If that makes sense, it should make sense. The bracket is set. The excuses are gone. Let's talk about who's built for this and who's about to be exposed. All right. So, you know, obviously I've already introduced my cohorts, but let them introduce themselves, brief anything, and then we'll get it started. Clutch, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir, man. Everybody, welcome back. It is America's favorite pastime. We're going to be passing time with the bros. Like my man has already said, it's week one of the playoffs. Please, thank you guys for joining us in Big 2-6, man. That's one thing he forgot to mention last time we was here. It was 2025, 2026. We made it through another year. Onward and upward. Let's keep it pushing.
We
Mm-hmm.
made it to 2026. I had a long day at work. I'm tired. We're probably gonna beat the Chargers. Y'all, yeah, that's it. We're gonna beat the Chargers. That's
If
it.
if Herbert is out, I'm still waiting for the official release of who's starting and who not starting. If Herbert is out, you
Oh,
you
he's
have a
playing, bro. He's
he's
playing.
playing 100%. Okay, all right.
Playing, bro. He's
They
playing.
usually don't release
The
until a couple days
reason
prior.
The reason he didn't play last week is because he wanted to sit out to make sure he gave his hand enough time to heal. Gavin was talking about that earlier. He's
All right.
playing, bro. Like I already saw that report as well. I just ain't say nothing. I thought everybody knew the reason he didn't play last week was because he was sitting out for this week. It's all
Respect.
good.
So, yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. He's playing, and shit. Definitely gonna need it because, gentlemen, it is wild card weekend on its way. And before I get into wild card weekend, I guess we can just briefly discuss towards the ending. To NFL came up with a nice script. We had an ending like no other to week 18. Um, and there was a couple of games to talk about, but I want to just get on to the most notable game that ended the season, and then we could just get kind of right on to it. Um, Thank you, Roger Goodell. Thank you, NFL script writers. Thank you to all the bookies out there. Thank you to all the people who out there jinxing people. Some people probably lost a lot of parlays, but we're just gonna start this off the right way. Ravens and Steelers. That was a fantastic way to end week 18. Um, uh, the results were very shocking. Um, a lot of hearts were broken. A lot of people need to find themselves a new kicker. Someone needs more perks. Apparently, a new playoff road has opened up for more people, and legacies are actually broken now. We had a fantastic game. We had Ravens and Steelers. The Steelers edged out the Ravens in the fourth quarter, in a fantastic fourth quarter duel between Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers gets one more chance to write that poetic storybook ending, or keep it going. Who knows? And the Ravens, after that collapse, a lot of things happened, but one for things for sure, I don't think anyone can blame Lamar Jackson. So, just to go ahead and get it started, Dev, if you don't mind, what did you think about that game? What did you think about the ending to the NFL week 18? See the end of this season, 2025 season.
Bro, y'all can't get mad at a goddamn rookie kicker, bro. Come on, bro. I mean, I get it. The man got one job. The man's still a rookie, bro. Come on, bro. How y'all gonna say fire this man? How y'all gonna say fire the man? It's unfortunate, but hey, the defense should have stood tall. Bro, we've been talking about the Ravens' trash ass defense since week one. Well, for years, but since week one, we've been talking about the Ravens' defense.
Yep.
How many times has Lamar Jackson put up 40 points on the goddamn board only for the defense to allow 41 points? What y'all want this man to do? This man can't do everything. Y'all were talking about firing the kicker. You're talking about getting rid of Lamar. Come on, man. Come on. It's not like you said, it's not everything's not Lamar's fault. I blame the defense. I blame the defensive coordinator. I don't know, man. I mean, again, I'm not putting the blame on the damn rookie kicker, bro. The rookie shouldn't even been in that position. The defense should have stood tall and held the defense, man. What was it, 40 yards?
Yep.
Some nonsense like that. Come on, bro. Y'all out. No. Defense should have stood tall. Sorry.
Defense should have stood tall, and I don't think they're blaming the rookie kicker, man, because that clearly he
Well,
still has
people
a
saying
job.
fire. People saying fire. Get rid of the
I
kicker.
think they fired the. I don't know. I think they fired the wrong person then, because someone else got fired.
Yeah, they definitely fired the wrong person, but
They
we'll
might. I
talk
don't
about
know
that
now. I
later.
don't know about that. They might have fired the wrong person, but
No, they
we'll
definitely
see.
fired the wrong person.
They might definitely probably fired the wrong person, but seeing on how that game ended, I can kind of understand why that happened. As you know, rinse and repeat in the last couple of years. It's always got to be something that keeps the Ravens out the playoffs, or if anything, not just out the playoffs, out of the winning contentions, whether it be conference finals, whether it just be a playoff game where they think Lamar has a chance to go down and, make it to the Super Bowl. It's just another what if scenario. All right, what did they do that? What if they did? I think the organization itself, they're appreciative, but they're just kind of tired of it for the most part. And that game was another one just to mark up another classic Ravens Steelers beautiful rivalry. Would you like to add anything to that as I go around Dart?
Shout out to Mike Tomlin.
Shout out to Mike
That's it.
Tomlin. He finally did it again. He did it again. He actually did the unthinkable, bro. I didn't think he'd
10 and
get past
7.
9-8, and he made 10-7. That shit was insane. I was shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. I
Shout
think the
out to
whole
Mike Tomlin.
shout out to Mike Tomlin. We'll see how long we shout him out when his matchup comes in next week. Dark Knight Games. You got anything to comment about that game?
Not really. Chris Ball got bailed out, so
I see. Almost forgot about Chris Paul as well because of how he got bailed out.
Yeah.
We completely forgot about him just because of how the game ended. So that's another thing. So that could have that, like I said, another situation just could have went so many ways between a classic Ravens and Steelers game. So you could just never know. Parlays are blown, and Chris Boswell seemed like he had something on. Someone had a call made. So I don't know. Just trying to put that out there. Clutch.
Insane.
I think this was yet another game where because I picked the Steelers on the pod last week. So I kind of like figured something like this might happen.
Mm-hmm.
If we look back on the season, Dev already mentioned the defense, but the long story short is the Ravens have lost way too many close games this year. There have been way too many games where they've been up 10 points, 14, 20, and they just find a way to lose. Yes, people can try and blame it on the kicker. Yes, they can blame it on the priest who poured holy water across the end zone before the game.
Oh yes.
They can try and blame it on John Harbaugh, but at the end of the day, again, as much as we look at the coach, at some point we got to look at the players as well. It wasn't Lamar's fault. He played exactly like how you should play, especially in crunch time when he made those 2 late passes to keep the Ravens alive. But the fact of the matter is the Ravens were already up and they shouldn't have been in that situation, allowing a 41-year-old quarterback to come down the field. Mind you, a 41-year-old quarterback who was
You had to
coming
mention the
down the
man
field,
age, bro. Come on, man.
hold on, who had to switch his helmet twice because his mic was not working in his helmet and he could not communicate with the sideline. But hey, it's all good. Shout out to Mike Tomlin. Either way,
Mike
it
Tomlin.
kind of felt like, and I'm gonna wrap it up with this. It kind of felt like no matter which one of these coaches lost this game, they were more than likely gonna be fired. And honestly, if the Steelers lose next week, I won't be surprised if the same thing happens to Mike Tomlin. So, it's all good.
Hey, say no more. I don't think I think Mike Tomlin kind of secured his job uh at the end of the season. I think it was literally
If,
teetering, but I think
he'll,
he's
he'll if he wins now, if he loses the next week, I think his spot should be secure. But if he loses this week, I think it's over for him. But Mike Tomlin is in the same boat as John Harbaugh. Bro, the man, bro, he's gonna find a spot. Like, come on, bro. People like him, they're not gonna last long, be unemployed long. That's not happening, bro. Like again, if he loses this week, who they play? The Texans, which probably they're gonna lose. He's gonna be out. If he somehow beats the Texans and then loses the following week, depending on whoever he plays, I think he should not be fired. But
you think he
because
should not be
at least
fired.
he got a playoff win if that happens. But hey. Yeah,
All right.
it's over for him, bro. He on the hot seat, man. This is the year of head coaches, man. We
The
got
year the
what?
head coaches.
Seven
Okay, I
teams, eight
agree.
teams. Yeah,
Mm.
7, 8 teams. We ain't have this happen in a minute. Y'all remember the last time this happened? That was back when Brian Flores and Brian Dable and all them boys was looking for head coaching positions, man. So that was a while. That was a few years back. What, 3, 4 years now? So
Yeah.
it's been a while since we had this many teams looking
Yeah,
for head
man.
coaches.
Well, we've seen a lot of malpractice go on with a lot of teams with a lot of talent, some not with a lot of talent, but better coaches than usual. So I think a lot of the GMs, a lot of the owners were just like, you know what, I think it's time to like really have a shakeup. We're entering a new era if we lose both John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin, we're really entering a new era. We've already got one in New England. We're about to enter a new one in Browns, but that's like every other year. The Raiders are still looking to start their new era. A lot of teams are looking to start their new era. So I think this is just us getting into that phase of like, yo, the football we know is probably about to start having a major shakeup. So this is very, very interesting. Shout out to NFL for ending off the NFL Week 18 with a bang. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of weird. It was a lot of like, just a lot of it was just a lot of things going on this season that I was not expecting. I think most of us wasn't expecting, but you know, another season down. 2025 was a good one. We'll see what 2026 brings as we enter the playoffs. And just before we like just touch on a little bit of playoffs, we get into that before we get into just like bigger playoff talks. And Dev, you can set me a timer right now, for like 10 minutes or whatnot.
Oh, let me
Let
let
me
me
know when you
let me lap you.
started.
I got you. Go for it.
At me right now for 10 minutes. Don't even worry about it. We join into our first section of the story. As you just briefly mentioned, we have 7 head coaches that have been fired: John Harbaugh, Pete Carroll, Kevin Stefanski, Jonathan Gannon, Raheem Morris, Brian Callahan, and Brian Dable. Those two were fired mid-season, and then we've also had some other going on between DC coordinators and whatnot. Gentlemen, where do you see these guys going? What adjustments do you see these teams making? Most of these teams are out the playoffs, so we don't need to give them too much glory because we'll probably do that later on in the season, later in a couple podcast episodes. But these are just some shakeups, notably right before the playoffs. But And I would just like to know where your thoughts and where your head's at where it comes to these actual fires, because these are some notable fires, and there's some notable teams that do need head coaches to kind of rebuild their team and get them back on pace to compete in the division. The story is to make sure your team is competing in your division, so one team isn't just running away with the division every year. So, well, I'll start you off with you, Clutch. We got seven
Okay.
head coaches that are fired. You know,
So as
where
far as a head coach that was fired, I guess I'll just rip the Band-Aid off. Um, I think that because earlier I know a couple of you guys that said that John Harbaugh shouldn't have been fired. I think that this is a good thing for him and it's a good thing for the Ravens. I think that it's time. He's been the coach for the last 18 years. Like already mentioned, they just keep losing close games. They lost this game to the kicker. They lost last year's game with Mark Andrews dropping the pass. And then they lost the year before that with, I believe, Mark Andrews or Zay
Andrews.
Flowers dropping the pass
Mark
as
Andrews.
well.
It happened twice.
So so this is like I know some people are gonna say, well, yo, that's a player thing. But again, when you have a MVP who's two times, who finished second place once, uh Derrick Henry, who was a former leading rusher, when you have defenses who have been in the top 12 for the past however many years, up until maybe the last 2 or 3 years where their defenses have started been on the downside. Um, he's a championship coach. He's a winner. He established the culture, but at some point, people just fall out of love. That's just it. So, what I think is next, I think John Harbaugh's not going to be without a job for long. Where would I want to see him go? I would want to see him go somewhere where he can make a difference. An interesting fit for him would be the Raiders because he would be working with Tom Brady. Another interesting fit for him would be maybe the Titans because that would be an organization that would give a coach like John Harbaugh free reign to do what he wants and make his picks and his decisions. And he already has a quarterback who is a young quarterback who is mobile to a certain extent in Cam Ward. So he doesn't have to reinvent the whole offense, just has to make a couple of small changes. Or, maybe he could take over Cleveland because, but I don't want to see any good coach go there and have their career basically like blackballed by the Cleveland front office. So,
mm, and the Cleveland front office will interject. I think the Cleveland front office will interject and provide a very stimulating package for John Harbaugh if that's the case. I definitely think that may maybe happen. Okay. Yeah. So let's be careful about that. Don't send John Harbaugh to the Cleveland, please, of all the things that may happen. Dark night games. We have seven coaches that have just been fired. Just your light thoughts on that, sir.
All of them are trash except for John Harbaugh. He's probably going to Atlanta.
that's
John
fair.
Harbaugh to Atlanta.
I can't even
That's
think of it.
fair. Atlanta has Kyle Pitts. They have Drake London. They have what, like 6 or 7 of their last first round draft picks have
It's
all
the same
been.
thing as the Ravens, but slightly younger.
Slightly younger indeed. And I'll say this, there's been reports that Atlanta is currently reworking Kirk Cousins his contract at the very moment. So
Bro,
that
they finally gonna get this man out of here. What's gonna happen?
I don't know. I looked into it, but I didn't want to look too deep into it because I
Bro,
was like, I want to focus on like what's ahead of me right now. I don't
hey,
need that pressure on me now. It makes it feel like I'm in the playoffs and I'm not in the playoffs. My team's not in the playoffs. So I don't need to have all that pressure on me right now. I'll take one good news and one bad news at the same time, for the most part. So
Mm.
that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. We'll see because the postseason goes on, and we'll see what other news gets all dropped. OG is dev. We've got 7 coaches that got fired, 7 teams that need coaches. Is there anyone that sticks out, or is there someone that you would think that who definitely needs a job right now? There's some notable ones that still haven't been fired yet, like Mike
So
McDaniels,
there's
Aaron
a
Glenn.
couple. Yeah.
So we don't know how the rest of this week goes. So this is probably will be an ongoing talk throughout the next couple episodes. So it's not something we need to go crazy on.
Aaron Glenn is in his first year. We said this.
Mm,
Give this man one more year at minimum. If this man has a losing record next season, all right, get this man out of here. But you never know. Aaron Glenn might turn around and be 9-8 or 10-7, and it's going to completely shift the conversation.
that is
We
very
not we're not
true.
going to know.
We're not gonna
Speaking
know.
speaking of John Harbaugh, yeah, John Harbaugh is the only one to the last. I don't even know how many head coaches got fired this season. Probably the only one. I give him by I give him by the Super Bowl. Y'all going to see him on another team. I don't know. I don't know. I would love to see him go for the Dolphins. Apparently, the Dolphins showed extreme interest from what the insider sources was saying. Dolphins organization showed extreme interest in John Harbaugh, which means Mike McDaniels is going to be fired or demoted. I would like to see Mike McDaniels stay as our offensive coordinator and have John Harbaugh as our head coach, but wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. I would like to see what's buddy's name from the offensive coordinator from Green Bay? Matt what's his name? Mike? What's buddy's name? Defensive
Mike
coordinator.
McCarthy? No,
Matt
Matt
LaFleur.
LaFleur?
Matt LaFleur. I would like to see him run the Ravens.
He's
I would like
already a
to.
head coach of
He's
the
the head coach of
Packers.
the Packers.
Mm.
I thought he was the offensive coordinator. Oh, who's the offensive coordinator for the Packers? What's
Um,
buddy's name?
Um, I got you.
Oh,
I
I said
got
Matt LaFleur. I'm tripping. Jesus Christ. What's buddy's name? See, now I gotta look this up.
you.
Anyway, I would like to see him. I would like to see the offensive coordinator for the Rams, whatever
It's
I can't
Adam. It's Adam Stenovic.
I thought you was gonna say Adam Gates. I'm about to say I know that boy still ain't in the goddamn NFL.
No.
Texans defensive coordinator has been showing his ass. I would like to see him go out to the Ravens, be their head coach. So hey man, I mean the Ravens, there's so many opportunities for them. Again, I would like to see me being biased. I'm not even mad if they send them to the Falcons. I'm not even mad about that. That's not bad. I wouldn't even be mad about that.
Mm.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
mad about that. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah, get rid of if they get rid of Mike McDaniels, cool, and we bring John Harbaugh in. I ain't mad at that. If they keep Mike McDaniels and demote him to offensive coordinator, hey, I damn sure ain't mad at that, But
I damn sure wouldn't be mad.
get rid of the defense, get rid of the defensive coordinator, man. That boy's ass. Who's the
Ye-
offensive coordinator? Trav.
He's Adam Stenovic. Stenovic. He's been the offensive coordinator since 2022.
Shout out to him,
So
man.
you sure you didn't mean like the 49ers offensive coordinator or someone else like that? You didn't mean
There's a
another one of those?
No, there's a couple that I would like to see as because again, bro, we got like 7 teams that need a head coach. Any one of those guys can land anywhere. I would prefer to see them on certain teams because not every team is known for offense, defense, etc. You know what I mean, bro? Listen, if can you imagine what's buddy's name from the Texans, the defensive coordinator going to the Ravens and beefing up the Ravens? I already feel like the Ravens offense is great, but they need to get that defense in order. Wipe the whole defensive coordinator, wipe that whole defense staff and start over anew. Let Buddy build up the Ravens, bro. I'm telling you, the Ravens are going to be deadly within 2 seasons. The Ravens already
Yeah.
have the talent. They already got the threats. They already got the QB. They already got the running back. They already got the receivers. They already got the tight ends. The offense is straight. The defense needs work. They fired the wrong person. You shouldn't have fired John Harbaugh, bro. You should have fired the defensive coordinator.
There's
But
reasons behind that, and we'll probably be able to get into that even more. They also need an O line, by the way. They
that's fair.
definitely. I
That's
would
fair.
definitely say they need as I watch like teams like the Patriots, and then I'll watch like teams like what is it? Fucking the Broncos as they protect their QB for most of the time of the year. I think that especially with Lamar going down a couple times in weird situations, I think their O line is another thing they need to address. But that's like something postseason, off season is about to be a very interesting thing to go ahead and talk about, to be honest. So, and you're not the only one that's all in on Harbaugh. Apparently, the Giants are all in on Harbaugh, so that's another one.
Oh, the Giants. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
everybody
The
wants
Giants still
Harbaugh.
too
It's all
young.
up to him at the end of the day. That's a guy
He
that could
has a
get a job.
selection, bro. He gets to pick. At that point, it's like, yo, listen, whoever gives me the most,
Yes.
that's where I'm going. So shout out to him. Shout out to
Shout out.
Trav, bro. You're right, bro. It was Mike. I got the names wrong, man.
Mhm.
For the official coordinator.
Yeah,
You mean
see,
Mike Florio?
Let me see. I just clicked it on. I gotta go back. My bad. All right. Jesus Christ, bro.
no worries, no worries, no worries. You're
Mike
absolutely fine.
LaFleur, yes. Bro, I'm saying Matt LaFleur. I didn't know what the hell I was damn talking about. My bad, bro.
Yeah, no. You're good. You're good. Trust me. Everything changes once the playoffs
Oh,
and with the time we're in. And then also, I didn't know if anyone knows, Todd Bowles is coming back to
Mike
be the
LaFleur is
Bucks.
the offensive coordinator for the Rams, bro,
Yeah.
not the Packers.
That's what I
Okay,
just said.
so
Shout out to you
so
because I
you were
got it
thinking
mixed
of the
up.
right person, just
Yeah.
wrong team, bro.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout out to Trav, man. Shout out to
No,
Trav.
yeah, shout out to Trav. But like I said, we've got 7 head coaches. We've got that just got fired, so we got 7 teams that need some coaches, need some leadership just to go ahead and get their culture back and for most teams and get everything really started to compete in divisions again. So this is something that we'll be keeping an eye on for the throughout the playoffs, throughout the off season, whether we have special off season podcasts, special shows, that'll be um, a group thing, and we'll all decide that during the off season. But yeah, keep an eye out for most of these teams that need head coaches. Keep an eye out for more fires, and we'll definitely keep you posted on that one for for sure,
So let
for
me
sure.
let me ask you a question. Do you think number one, do you think Kevin Stefanski gets a head coaching position next season, number one? And if he does, what team? Or do you think he's going to go back to being a coordinator?
I think he goes. I think he gets picked up. I think he gets picked up probably before the Super Bowl. To be honest, before if we get to the Super Bowl, I think he gets picked up soon as possible.
Okay.
The Browns were just in a terrible situation, and Kevin Stefanski was just being also stubborn, having those two-time head coach of the years on him when he needed the most. Great coaches know how to adjust. I think that's what the thing is, and I don't think he adjusted well. So he went from being, I guess, a great coach with those two coaches of the years to being like a mid-tier coach. So I think someone who sees him and don't overlook those coach of the years that he had, I think they pick him up and like probably putting him in a better environment. There's already reports that says he feels rejuvenated being let go by the Browns. So like that's something that we'll all be looking at as we go on. Hey, hey, he
Okay.
said he feels rejuvenated. Anybody who gets let
Okay.
go by the Jets or the Browns, I feel like they are justified in their rejuvenation, to be honest. Those are not like, we have some shitty organizations, but those two are like caliber. Right now, the Raiders are joining them, to be honest, as another top tier shitty organization, to be frank.
Don't forget the Titans.
Titans, I wouldn't be too mad about the Titans, to be honest. Or whatnot. But yeah, those are just our thoughts right now on head coaches that will be continuing to be looked at as we go on through the rest of these couple special episodes. I would call these special episodes, to be honest. What's that? 10 minutes?
13.
See, you should have clocked me out, man.
I
Say no
didn't want
more.
to interrupt you. What you want me to
It's okay. It's okay. You can rub me, man. I'm chilling as we go through and get the rest of these things on. Again, as we go on to our next section, is a section we always glimpse upon a little bit, and I just want to make sure we get this out the way before the playoffs really truly start. You clock me in for this one, Dev, for like 15 minutes, maybe 16. Let me know when you're ready to start, and I'll definitely bring up that
Yes, sir.
15. Yeah, I say no more. Boom. We've got NFL awards. We've got the NFL MVP on our way. We've also got the offensive player of the year. We've got defensive player of the year. That one's probably a runaway. We've got the coach of the year, offensive rookie of the year, and defensive rookie of the year, and comeback player of the year. Now that I've said all of these um, awards, I believe the NFL does it after the Super Bowl now. I think so. If I'm not sure, they have like their own award show. I don't know. Do you,
Yeah, after
is that
it's
true,
like
Clutch?
I think it's like the week before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Week before the Super Bowl. So
Like
before
during the AFC versus the Pro Bowl, basically.
the Pro Bowl, during the Pro Bowl. So before we get to the Pro Bowl, let's go ahead and just knock this one out the way. We've got the NFL MVP. Like I said, we've got the Offensive Player of the Year. We've got Coach of the Year. We've got Offensive Rookie of the Year. We've got Defensive Rookie of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year. Gentlemen, there's not too many people to select from these categories, and I just want your thoughts on each of these categories going down the list. Pick who you want to go ahead and like really talk about, but who deserves these awards as we finish the end of the season. And I guess it's just regular season stats, not postseason stats. Who deserves these awards? You could go in briefly why, but we just want to know like who's your NFL MVP, who's your coach of the year, who's your offensive rookie year. We had some amazing plays. We had some great stats being brought up this year. So if it had to be up to you, and you were a part of the NFL committee, and you were Roger Goodell, and you were on that phone making that call to Vegas, Dev, who are the awards you're giving to?
Yeah,
Start off
outside
with you.
the obvious for the defensive player of the year, Miles Garrett.
Obviously, runaway.
Get that man the hell out of Cleveland, please. Please get this
Hmm.
man out of Cleveland, bro. It's you want to talk about malpractice? It's malpractice that this man is not in the playoffs. That's what's malpractice. That's what
It is
Miles Garrett
malpractice.
Miles Garrett not being in the playoffs after having a crazy ass defensive year like this, man, and this man is not in sitting. This man is not training right now for a Saturday or Sunday game or Monday game in the playoffs. It's insane. Shout out to Miles
Mm.
Garrett, man. I hate that this man goes through that. MVP. Who did I say was MVP? What did I say? Matthew Stafford. It's Matthew Stafford, Drake May. Um,
That's it.
I'm trying to think, huh? No,
Those
I
are
mean, there's only one MVP. I'm saying it's going to be out of them three: Matthew Stafford, Drake May,
That's it.
Oh, and if you want to,
maybe Josh Allen,
nah,
maybe.
I'll tell you the third one,
The
but he's
third
not
one
gonna
is
win that
Trevor
award.
Lawrence, and it's only two people.
Nah, the third player is Christian McCaffrey, but he's not winning that award. He's winning the offensive player of the year.
Oh, they give
That's
him
I
that.
offensive
agree.
player of the
Christian
year.
Third
McCaffrey is winning
place
offensive player of
is
the year.
Yeah,
I
I feel
respect.
like
MVP.
that's what he's
I
winning. So
respect it.
they wouldn't give it to him. You know what? So and then Daniel Jones got injured, so he immediately got cut out. So it's only down to two people, to be honest. Uh, so yeah, who are your
Yeah.
picks? You know,
Yeah, that's my same the same people I picked last time, man. It's going to be Drake May, Matthew Stafford, maybe Sam Darnold,
Bro,
maybe.
I'm giving you one name, bro.
Oh, go
You
for it.
can
What's the
come to
name?
me now. I'm
yeah,
giving you
nah, nah,
one
nah.
name.
I'm talking to you, bro,
Go ahead,
because
go
we got
ahead, go ahead.
offensive player of the year. We got coach of the year still. I said offensive rookie of the year, and we
Coach
still
of the
got
year.
defensive rookie and comeback player of the year.
And
I don't.
most improved player.
MIP, yes.
Go ahead, Trev.
Oh,
For first off, comeback player of the year, I still have Aaron Rodgers. He did good despite coming off an ACL tear and missing 2 seasons. Most improved player, Drake May, absolute no question. Defensive player of the year, Miles Garrett. Offensive player of the year, Christian McCaffrey. He had over 2,000 yards from scrimmage on the ground and through the air. The boy was an absolute beast for the Niners all year, helped carry
hmm
them while Brock Purdy was gone as well.
Didn't he get
Um,
injured last year? Wasn't. Didn't he have like a what happened? Didn't he break his leg or something like that? What happened to Christian McCaffrey?
Last year, Christian McCaffrey had a degenerative knee issue and his nerves were going bad. So he had to get, I believe, hormone HGH therapy.
Stem therapy.
Yeah, stem and HGH therapy.
Shit, I have him as
So,
comeback player of the year then, because I remember he was out for a minute.
well, you could give it to either of them. They're both good candidates. But again, I'm just looking at Aaron Rodgers from the perspective of bro missed 2 years. Remember, he missed basically those whole 2 years on the Jets, bro. He missed both of those, bro. Like he only played on the field for a couple of games and then he was gone. For offensive rookie of the year, I guess you can look at either a late pick would be the oh no, it would either be the wide receiver from the Bucks. You could also have the running back from the Patriots,
Mike
or
Evans.
you could have
Mike
Henderson.
Evans.
No.
Travion Henderson
Mbuka,
Oh,
Ibuka, something. I
and,
can't
and,
say it, but he was
and
great.
Mika Ibuka.
Mm.
Or you could have yeah, he's injured, so I'm gonna leave that alone. Defensive rookie of the year. Hmm. I would have to check the sacks on Abdul Carter, and I would also have to check. There's one or two other people, but their name escapes me. Aside from that, the other important positions. MVP. My MVP is Drake May, hands down. I don't care about strength of schedule. I don't care about these 6 games versus these 6 games. From the body of work that I've seen a quarterback do just about as enough to keep themselves in position to win games. The Patriots have come back from games when they were down. The Patriots have blown people out. The Patriots have given up leads, but still he kept them in position to do game-winning drives. He's had games where he's thrown to 5+ receivers, I believe, like 4 or 5 times. So he's distributing the ball. He has the completion percentage. He has the QBR. All of those things that you're looking for. He has that it factor of when people know that he's on the field, everything is good. I think about stuff like that Ravens game where they went down, even though people can say, well, oh, it was against Tyler Huntley. Lamar was playing like trash, and Tyler Huntley played better than Lamar that game, and Drake May still kept them alive. Again, I think that he's done enough to kind of solidify himself as the MVP. But, if it's not him, it's obviously going to be Stafford because Stafford's body of work, you can't like not account for that.
No, that is very true. It's a it's a tight race. It's been a lot of tight races, I would say, coming down towards the end for these NFL awards. But I think overall the NFL fans will not be dissatisfied with whoever is being chosen for all these awards. If I had to go and say so myself, if you want me, I'll just go throw my hat in real quick. To be honest, when it comes to just awards alone. If I had to pick comeback player of the year, I would say Trevor Lawrence. From coming off of last season, from not really just being hurt, but just honestly sucking pretty bad. Uh,
Jesus.
just sucking, to be honest. That's really it. And then with the help of Liam Cohen, he's really helped his season and helped the Jags season to come alive, give new life to that team, and really come back and really be a more trustworthy QB than he was
Oh,
last
that
year.
reminds me. Coach of the year, I have Liam Cohen. I do have that as coach of the year.
Yeah, I would definitely do that for comeback player of the year. Defensive rookie of the year, I'll throw my hat in again. I got my edge rusher from the Falcons, James Pierce. James Pierce Jr. He had 10.5 sacks this season, ranked 13, five or more from more than any other rookie. And five of the last defensive player of the years were pass rushers. So he definitely did well. A great bright spot for a very, very, very lukewarm season from the Atlanta Falcons. We got two studs from the rookies on the defensive end. So that was a really bright spot. So I would hope he gets it. If he doesn't, I understand. We got offensive rookie of the year. My hat. and this is probably me just throwing a bone because the team was already bad, but this player wasn't. Jackson Dart, Jackson Dart. If they, I'm not gonna lie, without Jackson Dart, they probably would have been the absolute worst team in the league. Absolutely the worst team in the league, the Giants. Jackson Dart did his best to kind of keep everybody together. He threw 24 total touchdowns and he had 15 passing and 9 rushing. Though he only played 12 games this season, he definitely was like a bright spot for the New York Giants. Now they just need a coach. And then when he comes back, we'll remember his name, Cam Scatterbo. He'll probably throw his hat in the air for a comeback of the player of the year for next year. But I think Jackson Dart
That man
has
got CTE, bro. That man.
Hey, that CTE is what keeps you going, bro. Hey, CTE.
Sad.
Hey,
It's
Aaron
sad
Hernandez,
to
he
say
has
that.
CTE, but he was a baller. Don't let him fool you, bro. Don't let
Yeah,
that fool you.
and then became the ultimate crash out.
Hey, the ultimate crash out with
What
many
you-
words. Offensive God. I'll definitely do that. When it cut, I would say coach of the year is very tight, very tight. I do have Liam Cohen as one of them, but I also have Mike Vrabel as another one because you do have to look at the QB development of Drake May. You have to look at that development and it can't go unnoticed. And to make the turnaround, someone mentioned before, not a lot of teams have 1 season turnarounds, and it's not just the QB; it's really like the whole team that comes together. And whoever brings that whole team together, it's usually the guy at the top running the decisions, not named Robert Kraft, but obviously Mike Vrabel. And then so it would be him in between Lee and Cohen, but I'll throw in like just a little more. Mike McDonald for Seattle because they ended up achieving their goal, getting the number 1 seed. And I'll say he's also potentially could be coach of the year because he did it with Sam Darnold, who's known to have like what is it?
The last
He folds. He folds.
two.
This man folds like a lawn chair when it matters the most. So, and he didn't do a lot of that this season.
Y'all disrespecting a lot of people tonight.
Hey, no, no, no. Hey,
That's
he's here in the
crazy, bro.
playoffs. My team's not in the playoffs. I have to give him credit. You
Yo,
did your thing, Sam Donald. You did your thing, and you have a semi-easy game to go into. Very semi going into the playoffs. So make it count. Don't make your coach look bad like that. Do not make it. Defensive player of the year, easily Miles Garrett. I'm not even gonna go look into that. Offensive
Wait,
player of the year.
what you mean? What you mean Seattle got an easy game?
I said
They don't
semi.
play. They don't have
Semi.
a game until next week, bro.
Yeah. Well, look who they might end up playing. And based on it's all based
Yes,
on
they're gonna play the Rams or the 49ers.
it's all yeah, that's what I said. Depending on them. It's all depend on Sam Darnold. It's not
Hey,
like he hasn't proved to
don't
beat
count
them.
don't count out Bryce Young now. Don't count out Bryce Young.
And that's true. You can't
No, no,
count
no,
out
no, no.
Bryce.
Wait,
I'm
hold on,
sorry.
hold on. No,
My bad
no.
for saying semi-easy.
No, y'all got to remember how the playoffs work, bro. When you're number 1 seed, you play the lowest remaining seed. If Carolina wins, Seattle is not playing Carolina unless the Bears win their game and the Eagles win their game. And I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen. But hey,
We've
it's
seen
all
this is
good.
a weird season on its own, so I don't know. You know, and Carolina, know this, Carolina did beat the Rams twice this year. If I'm correct. Please stop me if I'm wrong. Please stop me if I'm wrong. You didn't
How
stop me. I got it.
Carolina beat the Rams twice? They're not in the same division.
Hey, I don't know, bro. They beat them,
How
bro.
how
I mean,
how is it that the Panthers is a home game, right? Carolina's a home game.
I believe so.
How is that possible? Is it because they were number one? They're number one in your division?
Yes, Gavin
So
expressed this.
you
Travis,
had hold on, you had
go ahead,
what is the
Dev.
record? 8-9 or 9-8?
Yes, bro.
So you had 2 teams that was 8-9.
Three.
You had 3 teams that was 8-9.
You sound shocked like we didn't discuss this.
I wasn't paying attention. I'm looking at it now and I'm seeing Rams at Panthers. And I'm like, what the hell is I'm like, what's happening? I thought Rams had a better record than Panthers.
Bro,
Okay.
why you think bro, look, why you think the Panthers lost that game against the Buccaneers, bro? Because The division literally came down to whoever won between the Saints and the Falcons. Both of the teams who were eliminated decided the winner of the division.
Crazy work, man.
Yeah, bro. This is all in the chat. I'm telling you. And then to end
I'm so
the
sorry. I'm
end
so
it
sorry, Neil. I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry for me, man. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry for me. My season ended on a brighter spot than the rest of my teams in the division, not named the Panthers. So I'm not really hurt by this, to be honest. It's not really. Y'all are the ones under pressure. Don't lose to Carolina. All right. And then NFL MVP, it's too tight to really call, but I will give the edge to Drake May because he definitely did his best to put my team ahead in the fantasy league. And I definitely appreciate him for that. I definitely appreciate him that. So that's good. I would much prefer Matthew Stafford because that is I do like Matthew Stafford. I've always liked Matthew Stafford. That's my guy, and he's done it well. And he had Puka Nakua. Also, Puka Nakua was going to win Offensive Player of the Year, but he's very controversial, so I'm pretty sure he lost that, to be honest. So I don't think they're going to give it to him, and that would be for it.
I mean,
Dark
if
Knight
he
Games, if you got any
if
for
he
your
balls
NFL
out this
awards,
week, if he balls out this weekend, they
they're not
might.
counting that, bro. They're not going to count the
They
postseason,
might.
bro.
Yeah, all right. He get 5 touchdowns. See what happens.
All right, say no more, bro. Say no more. Dark Knight Games, your awards.
MVP is most valuable player. If you take Matthew Stafford off the Rams and put another QB, it's probably all right because they have two of the best wide receivers in the league in Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. If you take Drake May off the Patriots, the whole team falls apart. So most valuable player goes to Drake May. Offensive player of the year is going to go to Jackson Smith-Njigba because the
Mm.
Seahawks would be nothing without him. Defensive player of the year, Myles Garrett, unanimous. Offensive, uh, offensive rookie of the year is probably going to go to what's that dude's name from the Panthers? McMillan.
Oh, the wide receiver, McKillen,
Yeah,
Oh,
McMillan.
Terrell McMillan.
McMillan. He's pretty good, yeah.
Yes, he is the reason why the Panthers are in the playoffs. Defensive player of the year goes to, for me, the
Rookie.
rookie who actually is the current sack leader. So I agree with Neil and James Pierce Jr.
Hey.
Comeback player of the year, Christian McCaffrey, because he came back and put 2,000 scrimmage yards after not playing last year.
Mm.
And the whole team was hurt. And if it wasn't for him being healthy, then the 49ers is probably not going anywhere. Coach of the year, it's Mike Vrabel. Only way he loses is if Ben Johnson. I don't think Liam Cohen would win because Liam Cohen was the Jags was trash for the beginning of the season, and it wasn't until they got Jacoby Myers because all their receivers are dropping balls and they're all trash. So I don't think that's a Liam Cohen thing. I think that
Mm.
was just a Jacoby Myers thing. So
Mm.
if Mike Vrabel
do,
somehow loses, it's because of Ben Johnson.
do you say the same thing for the Texans? The Texans was trash at the beginning of the season.
No, their defense was still like elite. It was just that at
In
one point,
the first 6 games, they were 1-5. How was the
yeah,
defense elite?
they were
They're one and
still,
five, but I believe their
yeah, they were
offensive line
still,
couldn't protect their QBs
yeah,
at one
like
point.
they were like still struggling to get hurt. And then at one point, CJ got knocked out for 3 games because he got a concussion. And then they lost that game to the Broncos because the Broncos knocked them out. And they were the top, they were still top 7 defense. Like they were just a top defense. They just couldn't get it together offensively. And then they got it together offensively.
They definitely did get it together offensively. I agree with Gavin on that one. They definitely put that shit together when they needed that shit the most, to be honest. And they definitely needed that shit the most. They definitely rallied in for when it mattered. So now it just all depends on what the NFL thinks, you know. If Roger Goodell wants to make that call, let's go ahead and make that call. Um, and whatnot. But there you go. Those are our NFL awards. You got if there's anything you want to add before we go on to the next section, then please do now or forever hold your peace.
Oh, I think I think they debuted a new award, Protector of the Year. I was supposed to put my left tackle in there, but he got hurt with the meniscus, so he was out for like six
Protector of the
games.
year?
So I was supposed to put my rookie in there, but he got hurt with the meniscus thing, and didn't play until week 18 again. So, um, unfortunate. So unless for that one, well, I was gonna give it to Trent Williams, but I would probably give it to like Garrett Bowles, um, probably. But yeah, probably. There's another dude that I'm trying to remember his name. I can't remember his Sewell, something like that.
Hmm.
He's a good protector. He's a good edge protector.
Okay. Okay. All right. Say no more. Say no more. Say no more. All right. As we go on through this, as we go on through the next section, hey, these NFL awards, they mean a lot to people. They'll immortalize you forever, and I'm pretty sure you get incentives when you win these awards. So, I would like to see people get their bonuses, pretty much, when this happens. Um, let's go on to the next section. Next section before we just get into the big matchups because I don't think I think I'm speeding through long. This is pretty fine. Um, this next section is a playoff talk section. Um, Out of all the teams that we have in the playoffs, and I'll just put them out here real quick, just a reminder for wild card weekend. LA Rams versus Carolina, Green Bay versus Chicago, Buffalo versus Jacksonville, San Francisco versus Philadelphia, Chargers at New England, and Houston at Pittsburgh. My question to you guys, who is the most trustworthy person, team out there you see in this wild card weekend that you trust to kind of get it done for this weekend, to be honest, whether it be the QB, whether it be the personnel, whether it be the most trustworthy wide receiver to, help get things moving along for them so it doesn't make it hard. Who is your most trustworthy person as we go on into the playoffs for these teams? Uh, I'll go ahead and start with you, Dev. You see a lot of teams. Trust me, there's a lot of teams because we ain't talking about the matchups. We're just talking about who's the most trustworthy person and or team. If you want to go ahead
In
and just
general,
speak
or
on that.
AFC and AFC, or it doesn't matter.
I'm combining it all. I'm combining all. If you want to go and just make it easier for yourself and just say AFC, NFC, that'd be pretty good.
I'm in between for the AFC. I'm in between the Broncos and the Patriots. I don't
The
have the
Broncos
Bills.
are not playing this week.
Well, oh, I think we talked. Is this not playoff picture?
Sorry, yeah, I did say for the
Well,
wild
wild
card
card. Okay,
weekend.
okay, my bad, my
Sorry,
bad. All
just
right.
want. No, you're good. You're good.
So,
You're good. You're
so,
good.
so Patriots then. The Patriots. I think out of all the teams in the AFC, I think it seems to be in my honest opinion, the Bills and Steelers seems to be the biggest frauds. If Josh Allen does not win a Super Bowl this year, I don't ever want to hear anybody talk about go Bills. I don't want to hear nobody saying I got Josh Allen winning this. I don't want to hear none of that crap. I don't want to hear none of that crap. You got Joe Burrow out. You got Patrick Mahomes out. You got Lamar Jackson out. Bills, this is your year. If y'all do not beat, huh?
Now, I was going to say, fun fact, Josh Allen has the most playoff wins amongst quarterbacks without a Super Bowl who are currently active or starting. He has 8 playoff wins.
That's a
0
shame.
Super.
That's a shame. And the only person that was stopping him was Joe Burrow. The only person that was stopping him was Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, there you go.
The only huh? What?
Yeah, I was gonna say Patrick Mahomes is like his kryptonite.
Oh no, yeah, exactly. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, maybe a couple other teams here and there, but that's it. Those are your kryptonites. All 3 of them is out, bro. This is your year. If you don't win, it's over with. Get Josh Allen out of there. And if they fire the head coach, I wouldn't even be mad at it
Mm.
because you get me to the playoffs to win the first round, which is cool. That's fine. But you cannot finish. You can't finish.
Hmm.
So would it be Josh Allen's fault at that point, or would it be the head coach's fault at that point, or will it be a combination of the two?
I think it'll
So
be the.
I got the Patriots for the AFC. The NFC, I'm between. I mean, since we're only talking about the wild card, it's obvious. It's either the Niners or the Rams. I put Kyle Shanahan in top five, so I'm gonna keep him there. I literally said I have him top five, if not top three. What was that? Week 6, week 8. I'm going to keep that same energy, man. Shout out to Kyle Shanahan. Shout out to the Niners. I think the Niners can actually go all the way. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what's up, man. We'll see what's up. That's my two for the AFC and the NFC since I can't since I can't choose the Broncos.
Okay, you have to wait till next week to do that, or the week after. Uh, Dark Knight Games, your most trustworthy team, players going into the wild card weekend. Obviously your team, obviously you care about them, but just in case you had some other players that you trust to do their job to help their team win or play teams. Who do you see, sir?
The most trustworthy team right now isn't the Patriots, it's the Texans.
Me and him had the same idea. Me and you had the same idea. I get that.
Um, the Seahawks have the best chance, but Sam Darnold is the only question. So if he
Wait,
can
wait,
win two
hold on.
playoff games
Wild card
against,
weekend. The Seahawks aren't playing this weekend.
I know, and
Okay.
that's the only thing. If you can get past the 49ers or the Rams, then the Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl. Aside from that, that's it. Because there's nothing in the NFC to look at except for the fact that if the 49ers lose to the Eagles are probably going to the NFC Championship game.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
won't say they're going to the Super Bowl, but they're probably going to the NFC Championship game.
NFC champion game.
That's a different tone from the first 5 weeks of us going through this podcast about the Eagles. But okay, all right,
Mhm.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'll say it's because of the matchups that have actually that have formed in front of the Eagles.
So you mean I was right when I said they're a very beatable team since week 1 and they beat the Cowboys?
Yeah. Mm.
It's if they just happen to, if they
It's who you
beat the
run into in the
49ers,
playoffs.
if they beat the 49ers, they can beat the Seahawks. And if they can beat the 49ers, then they're going to the NFC Championship game. I won't say what they're gonna do against the Rams because the Rams would be the next. Because I believe that the Seahawks don't have it figured out against the Rams yet. So, but they're not even gonna play the Rams. They're probably gonna
Mm-hmm.
play the Packers, and the Packers beat the Bears. So,
I like that one
well, I
too.
mean, the Seahawks are gonna play the Packers. So,
I like that. Okay, say no more. Say no more. I kind of like that. I like that. Clutch, trustworthy. Which team you trust in? Which players you trust in? Who you putting your faith in? You know, that's probably not the team you have winning, but the most trustworthy team you see in this wild card weekend.
I trust the San Francisco 49ers O-line is going to hold down and allow Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and the gang to operate. I trust that their 49ers defense will be able to hold the Eagles enough. Like Dev says, every week they look like a beatable team. And I've already done my whole entire playoff bracket down to the Super Bowl. And I actually have the 49ers winning against the Eagles. And I have the Rams beating Carolina. So the Seahawks will have to play both of their division rivals to make it to the Super Bowl. But I trust the 49ers for sure. I definitely want to, as much as they're a Cowboys rival, I think that They're put together well enough. They have the coach, they have the QB, they have the running back, they have a decent O-line, a quality tight end, and a serviceable defense. And that's enough that no matter where they're going to compete, they're going to be effective. They play both the Rams and the Seahawks 2 times a year, so there's familiarity bias. And as far as the Bears, the Packers, Carolina, and the Eagles, I just feel like the 49ers are better than all of those teams right now. On the AFC side, I'll just keep it short, sweet, and simple. Normally I would be on the Bills bandwagon. I'm not doing that. I actually have the Jacksonville Jaguars as this year's Super Bowl champions, and I believe that starts this
Oh,
week by beating the brakes off the Bills. They have won, I believe, 13 games up until this point. They've won 8 of their last games, so they're currently on a hot streak. Trevor Lawrence has been playing out of his mind. Liam Cohen's has kind of shown himself to be a decent coach who is capable of rallying his team together. Yes, we can say they had a losing streak at the start of the season, but a couple of losses at the start of the season. But the important part of coaching is, can you rally your guys together when moments count? Can you motivate your team through losses? And them having that win streak, them having gone through the Chargers, gone through the Broncos, gone through the Colts, gone through all of these good teams that they've played and beaten, I just feel like they can accomplish a lot. I actually think most likely they're gonna end up meeting the Patriots, if not in the AFC Championship game, right before the championship game. So those are my two teams, man. So again, the
so you got
49ers
the
this
you
year.
got the Jags beating the Bills. I think the Texans clearly is going to beat the Steelers. So you think Jags is going to beat the Texans or beat the Patriots?
Currently my bracket, I have the Jaguars beating Buffalo, and then I actually have Pittsburgh upsetting Houston. I'm going with Pittsburgh
Okay.
again. I did the same thing last week. Um, I'm not gonna
I mean
discredit the
that's
fact.
two different defenses, but okay.
No, bro. Listen, I'm not gonna discredit the fact that, well, one, we have to give credit the same way we give credit to Phillip Rivers for being able to dissect defenses and compete with the 49ers. That's what Aaron Rodgers is going to do to Houston, bro. He's not going to sit out here and put up 3 points. Maybe they get to like 16, but I don't think it's going to be one of those circumstances where they're just not going to score. Plus, DK Metcalf is coming back. And over the past 5 weeks before DK Metcalf missed those 2 games, the Steelers were averaging 28 points a game. So I'm again, you say you trust in Mike Tomlin. I trust in Mike Tomlin. You just fought for your job. The team's rallying around you. This is Aaron Rodgers' last playoff run. He's probably going to retire after this season. They're definitely going to lose next week to the Patriots, but the Steelers are going to win this weekend. So, it's all good.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I can't lie
Nah,
to you.
don't worry. We'll talk about the matchups right after the we'll talk about the actual matchup itself as we get to thing there. I got the Texans as my most trustworthy team going into the wild card weekend. I think the Texans defense is very fearsome. I feel like the O line finally got it together to whether it be Mills at quarterback or Stroud, I feel like they finally kind of got it together where the O line's working with the team, and now the defense are just full of a bunch of monsters that are really ready to pounce. That's like probably the most easy one I personally think is gonna happen. I don't think the Steelers are gonna go by, but we'll see. Uh, Other than that, the I don't see any other team I find as most trustworthy to end the season to get it as we go into wild card weekend. I just think that the Texans, if they can just rally on, they might go all the way, but I'm not really too sure. Depending, it just depends on the matchups, on how it goes. So hey, you put your trust in all these people. We'll see if they'll actually come through during the wild card weekend. So here, here's to that. And just to add on and go on, who has the most pressure going into the wild card weekend, gentlemen? If
Mm,
anyone wants to jump in on that, who has the most
uh,
pressure going in?
since I went
And
last, I'll go first.
Mhm.
I think Dev kind of already mentioned it. It's easily Josh Allen, but if the answer is not Josh Allen, I'm gonna go back to the Eagles again because they're the defending Super Bowl champs, and they have had a very, very, very suspect season. And I do not see them as contenders at this point in time, especially being that they felt that they didn't even need to compete for the 2 seed. Hey, you got it, bro. You got it.
That's
didn't they put
true.
their starters out? Their second string, I
Yes,
mean? They put out their second string, right?
yes, they pulled all their starters. They only had people in for incentives, and then they sat everybody down. So that says to me that okay, you had no intention of playing for the second seed, which would,
Of
let's
course
say,
not.
hypothetical. I know most people, to a certain extent, they don't care about seeding. At the end of the day, I want my team to be the highest seed possible because if someone gets upset, that means I have home field advantage the rest of the playoffs. But hey, it's all good. All
I,
it
I,
takes
I
is
agree.
one good game.
I agreed with Philadelphia. I literally said this last week. I say this year after
Pressure's on
year.
them.
I don't care about the seeds. I mean, at certain points, I don't even care about home field versus away. I don't care about any of that. I want my starters to be healthy. So if I go 11-3 or 10-2 and I already clinch, I'm sending out my second string and third string. The rest of it, I don't care if I get the seventh spot. I don't care. I'm in the playoffs, bro. That's all I'm thinking about because you're going to sit there and
Okay.
risk losing your star players just for a possibility of getting the first seed, second, third, fifth. Doesn't matter, man. Hey, listen, what's his name? Nick Sirianni. Hey, I support it, man. I support that decision. Hell yeah. Now
Yeah.
your team comes in. They had a very restful week, and now they get to quote unquote ball out. I don't think they're gonna ball out, but now they get to ball out
I
versus
don't
the
think they go
Niners.
ball out either.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna ball out, but at least they're gonna come back refreshed.
Yeah, very
But it
more so
don't
for
matter. It don't matter, man, because again, the 49ers is going to get that. My dog Cal, not Shanahan, my dog Cal Superman is going to pull the playbook out and it's over with. That's it.
okay. All right, say no more. Say no more, bro. That man says Superman's gonna come, but the pressure is really on the Eagles, to be honest. All right, bet. Dark night games. Any pressure you see from any of these teams, or who has the most pressure going in to the wild
Um,
card?
Only the Bills in the AFC. Mike Tomlin already secured his job. Um,
Yeah, I think so too.
there's no point because the only thing he's just gonna argue is, yo, I have a 41-year-old quarterback and I was able to get to the playoffs. So, um, and then it's gonna be one of those situations where who is better than Mike Tomlin? There's not a lot, and there's all already most of them locked up. So it's probably Josh Allen. Sean McDermott is probably gonna get fired next year if there's not a Super Bowl. Um, and then yeah, that's it. That's it. There's not really any expectations on the Panthers. Devontae Adams is coming back for the Rams, so it's just gonna be a toss-up between the Seahawks and stuff. Uh, the Eagles are the Eagles. They're fine. They're just gonna fire the offensive coordinator at the end of the
Pretty
season.
much.
Um, unless they somehow make it to the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl, then his job's probably safe. Um, Kyle Shanahan is Kyle Shanahan. his team's hurt. But they're all up and technically, except for the two that are out for the season. So,
I think Moore's
uh,
coming back. I'm not
nah,
sure.
he out for the season.
Oh, never mind.
Jim is safe. Mike Vrabel just got there, so he's gonna be coaching for the next decade. Liam Cohen just got there. He's probably safe for the next decade. Ben Johnson just got there. He's safe for the next decade. So literally the only thing matters right now is even the Panthers head coach, because he got there last year and they
Yes,
just got their first title in 10 years. So his job is safe for at least the next 5 years. Um, yeah, there's only the Bills.
I agree. The pressure is on the Bills. Josh Allen and Sean McDermott. They
So
they definitely.
nobody think Mike Tomlin may get fired if he loses this week. Nobody,
Literally
huh?
41
said
year
a
old.
couple minutes ago.
Yeah,
I just said a couple minutes ago, if Mike Tomlin loses this game, he will probably get fired. I just said that.
Nah, he has a 41-year-old quarterback who's been hurt. So,
that was my thinking process too. Like he just had a 41-year quarterback,
and
and
he made it to the playoffs. So
I mean, he had, Russell Wilson and a young quarterback last year, but hey, it's all good,
he
man.
went nine
He
and
still
eight and
won.
got bubbled out. So,
Yeah, but Mike Tomlin consistently goes 9-8 or wins every year, despite who his quarterback is.
yeah,
So
like
whether
I
it's
said,
Aaron Rodgers, Mitch Trubisky, Russell Wilson,
Mhm.
Justin Fields, Ben, he's going to find a way to win because he's a good coach.
well,
He does not have a losing season
True. He doesn't have a losing season, so why would you get rid of that? Is what why
because
why?
because of what I just said 30 minutes ago. They
Mm.
are sick and tired. He's lucky, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. The Ravens
Nah.
did not. I mean, I'm sorry. The Steelers did not win. The Ravens lost. It's a difference. They're in the playoffs because the Ravens lost. That's it. They didn't win. The Ravens lost, and the Ravens losing. I mean, when I say that, I mean the defense. That's it. If the defense would have held up those last couple minutes of the game, the Ravens should have been in the playoffs. The man Lamar missed what? How many games? 6 games, 7 games this season? Come on, bro.
Mhm.
You're gonna look me in my eye and tell me if Lamar started out of those 7 games. I say Lamar wins at least 3, if not 4, out of those 7 games.
And puts them in a
Yeah.
position where they don't
That's a
need to be in
fact.
that position.
Which puts them in a much better position. Number one, in the playoffs. Number one, number two, which means they wouldn't even have to be in a situation of them having to beat the Steelers. The
Mm.
Steelers should not have been in this situation. The Steelers didn't have to deal with the damn quarterback, damn missing 6 games among several other players. The Ravens got the short end of the stick, man. But it is what it is. I'm still upset, man. John Harbaugh should still be employed with the Ravens, but it is what it is. It
he
is what it
has
is.
a losing record with Lamar as his quarterback.
And Derrick Henry as his running back.
I mean, he again, Lamar missed like 5, 6 games.
And he's been the
But remember
coach
what
for
I
18
said.
years, and
There
Lamar
you
is
go.
over
He's
10
been
years of
losing
his
too many
career.
close games, bro. He's been losing too many close games. You can't
What
keep
does that
doing
have to
that,
do with
bro.
Lamar Jackson? It's the
Lamar
defense.
has been in the league for 10 years now.
All right. So
Man,
listen,
I like John
he's a
Harbaugh too,
two-time
bro. But
he's a
the writing
two-time
was starting to get
MVP,
on the wall,
and he
bro.
was a runner-up MVP once or twice as well, bro. Literally,
yes.
he broke the record for the most rushing touchdowns as a QB, broke the record for the most rushing yards. Okay, has the at one point in time he surpassed Cam Newton for both passing yards and rushing yards by you know what? It's all good. I'm not even a Ravens fan, and I know this. All right.
Again,
Damn,
that has nothing to do with Lamar losing. That has everything to do with the trash ass defense. Didn't I post the in the chat a couple weeks back? We was talking about the Ravens, how the Ravens have been having a trash ass defense, and I posted in the chat how
Yeah,
they lost to the to the Dolphins
Mhm.
3 seasons ago. Them boys was
Yeah.
up what,
So
24 points, 28 points, and the Dolphins came back in the fourth quarter and put up 31. What are we talking about? The
so
Ravens defense has
he
been ass. That has nothing to do with Lamar Jackson.
so he got fired for the defense being ass. Okay.
He should have fired the defensive coordinator. So that I'm kind of on the fence about that. So I'll leave it there.
They both probably should have been fired if that's
I wouldn't
what
say
that's.
both. I think John Harbaugh should have bit the bullet and fired his defensive coordinator. Honestly, at the halfway mark, by the time they got to week 7, week 8, I think he should have fired his defensive coordinator.
Okay.
That's my
Mm.
opinion because the defensive, really, if you really want to talk about, you should have fired him at the end of last season.
Hmm.
But again, it is
That's
what it
true,
is.
but
Because who did they play week 1? They played the Bills, and it was 40-41 or some shit like that. Some 40 to
it
42.
ended like that. Yeah, it ended 40.
Something crazy. It makes no sense. Shannon Sharp says it all the time, bro. You got a quarterback putting up 30 plus points on the board. You're supposed to win the game.
You're supposed to win
That's
the
it.
game.
So I'll leave it there.
We'll have
Well,
to go see what the Ravens decide. Let's see if they made the right decision. Well, we'll see next year when the season starts and how they retool themselves to cover up John Harbaugh being gone
Hire
at the same
hire
time.
what's buddy name? What's buddy name from the Texas defense? Let me
Well,
see.
I haven't looked at them.
Defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
they probably won't.
Cool.
They probably won't, to be honest. We'll
Yeah,
see.
you
I
gotta
said I
remember,
said
bro, like
Matt Burke.
some of these
Matt Burke.
coordinators, some of these coordinators who are on teams that are competing, like Matt Burke, like yes, he's being talked about in some coaching cycles, but if the Texans go on a run, bro, he's probably not gonna want to leave. It's similar to
Yeah.
what
It's not
like
that he's not gonna want to leave. He can't get an interview until the Texans lose. So if he
yes, they
gets
have
an
to. The team
interview
has to put in a
for
request and it has to be approved. Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Texans are strong enough to go to the championship, but we'll have to see how it goes. Um, that clears up that half of the segment. As we go on, the next segment I want to get into is just the matchups, and I think that's pretty much what we can get into, and probably call it a pod, unless there's headlines that I missed that you want to delve into. But really, it's just playoff headlines that's just going to go in with the matchups that we're talking about. So, if anything, if we have no other headlines that we need to talk about going into this besides wild card weekend, I would like for the bookie to kind of just let us know how we ended on the season and picks and like overall winner.
Oh, that's
I
gonna
know
be
Dev
next
Sev
week when
know.
I'm hosting, bro.
Hmm?
That's gonna be next week when I'm hosting, but I got the scores for last week. The scores
Okay,
for
yeah,
last
yeah,
week, it was let's see. There were 8 games, of course, and we only picked games that were relevant. Of course, in third place you had Dev with 4-4. In second place you had Young Neil 5-3. And in first place, me and Gavin both tied for 6-2.
6-2. Not bad.
Yeah,
Not
so
bad.
not bad, not bad. The
That's
super
not bad.
update, I will have that for y'all next week. Dev told me it was episode 8. I watched like the whole recording of episode 8 and I checked episode 9 and I didn't see it there because I know I did that as a separate section. And I
This man watched
believe,
the whole episode. I spend hours setting up timestamps and everything, and this man watched the whole episode.
Dev, I went to
I
the
for,
timestamps. The timestamps say NFL pick'em. It'll say injuries and milestones. None of
and
them
it'll
say the
say
picks.
bookie. What's the record? I put it in there.
Okay, bro. All right, so I'll go look
Did
for
it
it.
Do
say?
I not have uploads saying
No,
bookie?
I
What's the
didn't
record?
check, so I can't verify this, man. I can't verify nor deny
Mm.
this at all. So, you know, well, if that's that, like I said, if there's no headlines to talk about, we're not gonna delve into injuries until we get into, the after. Uh, that we could just go and get into start the NFL matchups. It's 9:45. This shouldn't take too long. Running on good time, I would hopefully say. Um,
We're on a great time, bro. We just over an hour, man. We doing great. Doing
yeah,
great.
it's easy. Speeding up the process, but not like going too fast. Just try to Try my best here. Yeah, this is a solid host. Um,
My boy Neil said he's trying to compete for the shortest episode again, man. Shout out to
now
him.
I wasn't. The funny thing, it was supposed to be
Hey,
Gavin's time, but my man is tired, as you can see. He can't use all his energy. He gave all his energy to fucking Drake, man, the Patriots on some spirit bomb
it's
shit.
crazy because I said this to Trav before y'all jumped on, man. I said, yo, I'm mentally, emotionally, physically drained after the holidays, doing all this running around, doing all this shit with the fam, bro. It gets you, bro. It literally gets you. Like I was off. Yes, I was off for the holidays, but I wasn't off because I was running errands for
Mm.
family. I was doing this, doing that, and all the other shit, bro. I was literally I barely slept for them last 2 weeks. So I get it, bro. I get it. Gavin tired, everybody's tired. I'm damn tired. It's been a long
Hey,
ass week,
I
bro. I
will
ain't even gonna hold
say,
you.
coming off the holidays, I have been sleeping. Every time
Exactly.
I get a chance, I sleep. I'm like, damn, I had no idea. I was like, this
Bro,
time.
it's a difference, bro. Like the holidays, you know how it is when you're a child, bro. You know you're not the one putting all the preparation in and all that other shit. Now I'm the one doing things for my nieces and doing this and doing that for my little siblings and stuff. Like, man, bro, I'm
Mm-hmm.
tired, bro. I'm tired.
Motherfuckers is just tired at the end of the day, so it gets it. It gets it. Uh, if we're all done just talking about this, we'll just go on to what really matters. Um, the wild card weekend starts, and we're starting it off with the um. We're gonna just start off with the least likely game. Everybody's gonna not too worried about calling. We've got the LA Rams and the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers are coming off 8-9 winning division crown. Uh Thanks to your birds over here. They've had a chance. And then we've got the LA Rams, who really were a star-studded team for most of the season, and now they get to go show it on display against a more, less competent team, you may say. But you never know. Since it's the NFL playoffs, anything can kind of happen. We all know how the playoffs can be, so don't be too sure in your pick, but be sure in your pick as we go on to start. So, LA Rams, Carolina Panthers. Um, Dark Knight, I haven't had you start off anything yet, so if you don't mind, would you like to start that one off?
That game is fucking trash. It's the Rams. There's nothing else that the Panthers is gonna do. The Rams, even though that they have like the number 10 defense, they have like I believe what was it? Let me see. I think I have it here. Yeah, they were like, oh no, I lied. They have like the number 6 defense. So yeah, yeah, I'm lying. Yeah. They have the number 6 defense in like the whole thing, and they score
Oh
like 31 points per game.
Mm.
no.
Yeah, them boys score like 31 points a game. So this game isn't really anything to talk about. The other game that you should be really talking about is the 49ers and Eagles, but
Now we
we
gotta
good.
start off with all these games. They're not too long.
I say it's the playoffs, man. You gotta
Yeah, the
you gotta
playoffs.
cover every
Yeah,
game
but
in the
this is,
playoffs.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
nah, but I don't
Listen,
think
y'all saying all that, and the Panthers just might pull out, bro. Y'all, all right, man. Hey,
they might just
The
do it because that's
Panthers,
they
based on
might
their
pull
whole
up a
season.
crazy upset for Vegas, bro.
Your number one
Listen,
enemy, Gavin.
listen,
Your
listen.
number one
Hold on. Let
enemy
me
is
see if I
Vegas.
can focus that right
It's
now
too
because
bright.
y'all probably can't
It's,
see it.
yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
look, right there, right. So as of today, the Rams are favored 82%. It's like 82% to 18.
Mm.
So
Hey,
82% of America is leaning towards the Rams. I'm letting y'all know I'm picking the Rams on the pod. The Panthers just got embarrassed at home by the Falcons. They look absolute garbage. They are not prepared for the postseason. They
No,
will
They
lose.
played the
we played the
Buccaneers.
Saints. We played the Saints to end the season. Sorry,
They played the Buccaneers.
we played the
The
Bucks.
Panthers.
Yeah,
I thought
the
the
Panthers ended the season
oh they
playing the
played.
Bucks.
They just got embarrassed by the Bucks at home. It doesn't need to be the Falcons. They just got embarrassed by the Bucks at home. Mind you, a Bucks team
Coach
who
Red
was
team,
on
the wrong red team. You good?
You're good. You're
which
good.
is fine. What's important is that the Panthers lost at home to a team who was on a 4-game losing streak. That's what's important. They're not ready for the playoffs. The Rams have solidified themselves as one of the best teams in the league. On this podcast, I'm voting the Rams, but I guarantee you on Bookie's parlay, I'm picking the Panthers because that will
Hey,
lead
I
to
was
the
just
most
about to
money.
say. I was just about to say, Trav, I might have to Zell you 25 to put on the Panthers for me, bro. Because I want some of that.
Listen,
Don't be surprised if the Panthers
Carolina
hit.
currently. Carolina's currently, you can't see it, but if it focuses, it says 5.25. So you can 5 times your bread on Carolina.
Oh, so Trav, so
5
we
times your
go
bread. So
Trav, we got to speak. I'm gonna have to Zell you 25 this weekend, bro. I gotta Zell put it on the Panthers for me.
Hey, we're
Don't
picking
count
right
out no
now. We're
team. It's
picking
the
right now,
playoffs,
bro.
bro.
So
We've seen
I'm
upsets
just saying,
before.
we're picking right
if
now.
y'all
So
like it, Vegas love it, bro. So
Oh yeah,
82% of America like the Rams, Vegas love it. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah.
yeah,
And
Y'all
you
think,
know
bro.
what Vegas gonna do? They gonna call. They gonna do. Hey, Roger Goodell, I need you to shut that down.
Kill
I need you to
switch.
shut that
That's a
down.
dog. Kill
oh,
switch. That's
you think
over with.
that's you think that's what's gonna happen? You think Roger?
Oh,
You
look,
think he's gonna shut it down?
literally while we were speaking on the pod, it just went from 82 to 83. So
Crazy.
hey, listen,
Hey, y'all bringing it to life. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Give me the Panthers. Give me the
Oh,
Panthers in an
O'Neal.
upset.
Okay.
Give me the Panthers in an upset. They've done it once this season. They've already been. I said 2 out of term. I was just speaking like they were already gonna win the second one in the this year in the wild card. But give me the Panthers. Give me the Panthers to
Hey,
win. I
Trav.
like an upset. The last time they played each other, it was 31-28. And at that point in time, the Panthers were 7-6 and the Rams were 9-3. And they've edged it out. Young threw for 3 touchdowns against them. Um, and it was at home, if I'm correct. So, and the Panthers are back home again. I expect Gavin wasn't wrong. It was 28-31. They damn near hit their average, the Rams. I It's all about if the Carolina keeps up. Carolina didn't really end the season with a bang, but they definitely made sure they definitely kept it interesting. We all had them out of the playoffs for the most part, but they made sure to
That's a
keep their
fact.
season interesting
That's a
for the
fact.
most part. They definitely
McMillan is getting
it's
blocked
more
up.
like a bend and break thing because they definitely weren't supposed to be here. They were supposed to be like a 7-10 team or the same record as the Saints or whatnot, but they definitely rallied. That coach made sure they rallied when it needed to. So I think he's gonna rally them when they needed to. And do not have Bryce Young call my boy fucking Rod Wave before the game. Do not we've
Yeah.
already heard
Bryce Young needs to have a good game to prevent the Panthers from being a one-dimensional offense.
one-dimensional offense. There you go. And we've already heard this season when he calls Rod Wave, this man gets the Zenkai boost of the century. So, give me the Panthers. They were the first team to actually end the 6-game winning streak that the Rams were on previously this season. So it's not out of the realm of them beating them. It's really not. It's just like, will they beat them when the lights are at its brightest? So I got Bryce Young actually doing it. You know, that's probably the only upset I'll have this whole playoff going forward towards the Super Bowl, journey to the Super Bowl. Give me the Panthers. Bryce Young, do what you can do. Call your boy Rod Wave. Get McKillen the ball. Keep up with the Rams because I do believe they're gonna go for 30. Maybe if they go for 30 and you not keeping up, this game might be done by the first half. So, uh, let's go. Let's
Hey,
go Panthers. And
Trav,
Panthers, the last time they played, Stafford turned over the ball 3 times. So it's not like it's out of the realm, like they don't know his game.
that's
Granted,
two,
that
two, two
was
different
during the.
defenses, sir. You think the Panthers defense is gonna do that?
I mean, Panthers defense definitely did that to the Rams. I'm talking about the Rams. They played each other already, so this is the second time they'll play each other.
That's not gonna listen. Trav, put me down on paper. Put me down for the Panthers. Hit
I
me
told
up.
you.
Hit me up over the weekend so I can zell
This
you this
man's picking the
25.
Panthers, and you act like I'm
No, hold on.
telling
I
you.
didn't finish. I didn't finish. Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
sorry.
Hold on.
All right.
Hit me up this weekend so I can zell you the 25, Trav. Because I
Okay,
want some of that Vegas money.
okay, bro. Okay, I got.
That's number
I'm gonna
two.
put it on the Panthers, bro.
Number number
I
three.
got you, bro.
Remember,
Trust me. Hey, look,
Dev. I'm taking
hey,
your
every
words.
day
I'm
I
only
do it.
speaking. I'm only speaking facts from the regular season. I took your words and I threw them at you. I'm only speaking facts, and you can clip that. All right. Hey, clip that. Hey,
Hey,
when you cut this video, I'm gonna make sure I put it on the TikTok page so it could blow up. What if this nigga Neil was right? What if he actually picked? What if the Panthers actually did it? I'll be shocked
give
because I
me,
really
give
don't
me,
want Matthew Stafford to lose. But he already got his
yeah.
ring, so I'm happy.
But that's my whole thing. That's what leads me to point three. Point three is this: Matthew Stafford already has a ring, so I'm not mad.
Mm,
Um, let me not say that. He already
mm.
has a ring, so I really don't care to see him go back again. Number one, that's one thing. But my whole point of all this. Obviously, I'm joking, right? My whole point is this: I want to see the Rams versus the Seahawks rematch. We know the Rams is going to beat the Panthers. We know
Mhm.
bro. The Panthers is not, bro. Come on, it's about to be an ass show. I see Sean McVay pulling out his starters damn near by halfway through the third quarter. He gonna sit his starters at, all right, y'all boys, come on, it's enough.
During the
He
playoff
gonna
game,
sit, huh?
they must be up like by 21.
Bro,
Oh shit!
we know the Rams are going to beat the Panthers. I'm saying this all obviously out of damn fun and shit like that.
True.
I still got my pick for the Panthers though, but it's all fun and games, man. As far as these picks, we know the Rams are going to whoop the Panthers' ass. Come on, bro. Is this this
Do
this
we
isn't?
really read the Panthers? The Panthers won the matchup this season, bro. And
I don't like going against Sean McVay. Number one, number two. I want
you
to
don't like
see
going
the
against him in the
Rams.
playoffs, is what you're saying.
Thank you. I want to see the Rams versus the Seahawks. I want to see a rematch because I felt like the Rams was did dirty, bro. Didn't they lose like 30? They lost by 1 point. What was that, like 2, 3 weeks ago? It was like 36-37 or something like that, or 35 to
Mm.
36.
They were getting
Something
done dirty by most of these lower life teams that Gavin pointed out when it was coming to MVP talk. I do remember that because I
yeah,
definitely
so I,
agreed
I
with
I
you.
wanna I wanna see the Rams versus the Seahawks. I want to see that rematch, man, because I felt like the Rams was done dirty. Even though I did pick the Seahawks, if I remember
I
correctly.
picked the Seahawks to
Clutch,
win that
clutch.
game
Correct me
too.
if I'm wrong. I recall choosing the Seahawks to beat the Rams, but I didn't think to see that nonsense for them to get done like that by 1 point. Nah, bro, that ain't sit with me. So but it is what it is.
All right,
You mean
say no
last
more.
week?
No,
Nah,
Rams didn't play Seahawks last week, man. That was like 3 weeks.
nah.
Oh, you mean the
Yeah,
week
he's just
before?
talking about
Yeah,
a
the week before.
previous matchup weeks
Yeah.
before.
What was
All
the
right.
what was the score?
Oh, the score from that one for the last Seahawks and Rams game, that was, I believe the Seahawks won. It was 31
Seahawks
to,
won. It was like
yeah,
35 to 36.
it was a
The
They
close
won
comment
by
game.
one
It was a
section,
point.
close
back me
game.
up, man. I'm not wrong for putting out these facts, bro. I'm
What, what,
not
what, what
wrong
you
for
said,
putting out
Trav?
these facts.
It was the Seahawks won 38 to 37 in
There
overtime
you go.
when they
There you
got
go.
cheated for the 2 point conversion.
Yes.
We all had
Yes.
that talk. That was interesting.
So they,
That was
so I
December
want to
18th. So that was 3 weeks ago, December 18th.
yeah, so I,
Mhm.
I want to I want to see the Rams versus the Seahawks. I believe the Rams deserve a rematch because they did my dog. They did my dog Stafford bad, man.
NFL may
I
give it
didn't
to
like
you,
that.
bro. If anything, they all about the script. So even if
Oh, of
I pick
course.
the Rams, even if I pick the Panthers, I think the script is more powerful. So
Yeah, of
we'll
course.
see. The script is more powerful, but we'll see. We'll see. Rams and Carolina, 4:30 Saturday. Be there.
Mhm.
Be there. Oh,
And just to touch on the script one last time, I already made my picks in my script. I have Seattle first after this round. They're going to be playing the 49ers because the 49ers are going to upset the Eagles. And then after that, they're going to have to play the Rams. So there will be two NFC West divisional matchups in the playoffs. And I think the NFL wants that for must-see TV.
the NFL also wants the parlays and the money to go back into the people. But we'll see. Rams, Panthers, be there. And don't forget, like I said, the last time they had this matchup, the Panthers edged them out, ended their win streak, and made Matthew Stafford turn over the ball 3 times. Bryce Young had 3 touchdowns. We'll keep that in mind. If we're gonna be low on the Panthers, let's make sure we're also high on them when they win. All right.
Trav, don't forget me, Trav. Don't forget me, bro.
Oh, I got you, bro.
He
I got
got you.
you.
He got
Don't
you.
don't forget me, bro.
We're
I'm trying
going
to make a
on to
quick
the
buck.
next one. Going on to the next one.
Did Dark
This
give
is a
his pick?
long. Did
Hold
you,
on. Did Dark give his pick for the game?
who? Yeah, Dark. He went with the
That's
Rams.
what first.
He was the first
Yeah,
one.
I did.
He went with the Rams. A sound argument too.
All right, no, go ahead. Y'all good.
Oh, okay, good. All right, we go on to the next matchup. We got an 8 o'clock game on Prime Video, and it's a long history matchup. They're back again. We've got the 9-7 Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love and the boys, and we've got Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, and the 11-6 Chicago Bears. Who are we picking, gentlemen? We start off with Dark Knight the first time. Let's go ahead and get it to Clutch Gold because he was the first one to play this Chicago team at the beginning of the season. Now they're in the playoffs. How do you see this going? Give me what do you think? Who wins?
On my bracket, I picked the Bears winning this game, man. I think that
Bears are at home, by the way.
yes, the Bears are at home. We had this conversation earlier when you mentioned a couple weeks ago that they're trying to shake off that little brother mentality.
Yeah.
Jordan Love is coming back from injury, and he did sit down the last weekend of the season, so he will have to knock some of that rust off. And the worst time to knock rust off is week one of the playoffs. That is the absolute worst time to knock off rust.
Mhm.
Yes, some teams need to rest their stars so they can be prepared, but we even saw some of these people play a couple of snaps and then they sat down or they were announced before the game. But their teams are such high quality that they're going to be good. The Bears have a good defense. Jordan Love, you're coming back from injury. Bro, you got to be on point for this one, man. He has to have one of his greatest performances in a Packers uniform, especially with the injuries that they have on defense, especially with the two people that they lost on the O line. One of their running backs got injured as well. Yes, they're going to get some of those players back, but I like Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. They're going to put something together.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'll go next. Give me the Bears. Just like the Panthers, they are another team that has played. They have had multiple game-winning drives this season. I think they're like number one, if not top five when it comes to game-winning drives this season. Ben Johnson has been able to just reinvent that offense, make sure he knows what he has, he knows the weapons he has, and he's been able to use the personnel to the best of his abilities and get them going. He's definitely made Williams one of the better closers out in this season. So I predict that it's a legendary obviously rivalry. So I expect this game to be close. I'd be shocked if it was a blowout. It's only a blowout if Jordan Love can't perform because he's coming off an injury. And the Packers did come into the season end of the postseason kind of hobbling with injuries. They don't have Micah Parsons. I don't know if Diggs is going to play. Jordan Love, obviously, and other injuries that kind of factored in. But the Bears are shaking off the little brother mentality, and I think this is the time they say, "Hey, we've got a new coach, we've got our star QB." I think that little big brother's got to sit down now. Big brother's got to like, hey, bro, you watching me, you supporting me from now on, during this point in time, and it's at the Bears right now. Tickets are as low as 319. I know somewhere in the great beyond, Roger Goodell and the script writers are writing a banger of a job. I think we have another game-winning drive from Caleb Williams. I think this is probably there's a lot of good matchups after the Rams and Carolina game. I think this is probably the game of the week, in my personal opinion, just because of how electric the Bears have been and how they'll keep it going. They'll definitely want to make money off of this. I think the Bears are ready. I had the Packers as like the Super Bowl contenders beginning of the year. Like I think they were that good, but injuries have gotten in their way. They've stumbled their way into the playoffs. Um, so it's kind of hard for me to kind of put them up there as this unbeatable team, especially when you just seen how the Bears have just done so much, and they're 6-2 at home. That's pretty good. Pretty good way to go about things. So, Caleb Williams, I do trust in you. Paint your nails, you know, be sassy all you want, bro. You better than half these QBs in the league, so you can do what you want, bro. Now it's the time to kind of really solidify it. Back up your coach and make him look good. If you say regular season awards are also affected by postseason awards, postseason games, if Ben Johnson wins this against the rivalry team, this does help his coach of the year votes going through it. So yeah, give me the Bears, baby, in a close one, in a close one. Um, Dev.
Bro, I've been saying, uh, when we first did our pretenders versus contenders, I had the Packers as contenders.
Mm.
Um,
They injured now.
yeah, I'm trying to think, man, because Caleb Will, okay, I don't know. I don't think Jordan Love is fully healed. I don't.
I don't believe in it either.
And you know what's so crazy? We spoke about this the last time that they met, and I said, don't be surprised if you see the Packers versus the Bears in the playoffs. I said,
Yeah,
matter of fact, clip that. Go ahead. You want
yeah.
to talk about clipping shit, Neil? Clip that.
Clip
Clip
that,
that.
man.
That was what,
Clip
three,
that.
4 weeks ago? I said, don't be
Yeah.
surprised if you see this in the damn playoffs, and then look what happens. Give me the Bears, man. Give me the Bears. Give me the Bears.
There
This
it
this
goes.
this this is the game that you keep off your ticket because it can go either way. I still don't think Jordan Love is 100% healed, but
Mm,
yeah, I want to if I was a betting man, I'm telling y'all right now, I would keep this one game off your ticket. This game is going to go either way. This game is
yeah.
going to go either way as long as Jordan Love stays in. And again, if he says he's healthy, they say he's good to go. Then of course we ain't got no choice but to believe him until we see him play.
Mm,
But yeah, if Jordan Love goes halfway out or in the third quarter, which probably will happen, I have a feeling because I just don't think he's 100%.
mm,
Bears is gonna get it. Is gonna have a nice. I got the Bears probably winning 24-17, 24-14, something light, nothing too crazy, not too crazy.
mm.
Because
Let's
Packers
go.
still
Let's
got a
go.
nice defense. Is Michael, what's his name? Michael Parsons playing?
Micah's out.
He's out.
Micah's still out. Yeah, he's still out. So,
Okay. Yeah.
we're just gonna
So
have to see. Just gonna have to see where this kind of ends up going, bro. With the Packers, it's a rivalry game, so I already know it's gonna be
it's gonna
close.
be
Just like
it's
how
gonna
we
be a
watched the
good game.
Steelers and Ravens, it's gonna be a
It's gonna be
good
a good
game.
one.
I think it's the best game of the week, the wild card.
Oh, really? You got that as the best game? Oh,
I personally got that as the best game. But look at what we have. There's a lot of great matchups that
yeah. I was
could
about to say
happen.
I got the Chargers versus the Pats. I got that as game of the wild card
You
week.
see, that's another one, but we'll see. Uh,
Okay.
Dark Knight games, man. You've been high and a little low on Ben Johnson, and then you haven't really been high on the Packers. We coming into the playoffs. Talk to us. Who wins?
Matt LaFleur and the Packers. The Packers
Boom.
without Micah Parsons and what's his face that I think is named Devontae Wyatt.
Hmm.
Um, Even though they're both gone, they still have a top 12 defense in the league.
Hmm.
And the Bears don't. They have like they rank like the bottom 25th, 29th, or some dumb shit like that. So I don't believe in their defense. So give me Matt LaFleur and the Packers.
For the Packers. I like that. I like that. I like that. You know, it's so funny. You really didn't have the Packers at all for most of the season, but I like how you like, you know what? The defense is stood strong, even though they've had losses on the defensive side. And I like that pick from you, to be honest. I wasn't expecting it, but I like it. The Packers. It's a 50-50 game, to be honest. It might be 17-14, to be honest. Who knows? So we'll see how that end up going. I'm excited to watch that game. It's a 1 o'clock game, so be at your house around 1 o'clock to watch that game. Yeah.
Mm.
All right, boom.
All right, so
No, eight
Dev,
o'clock game for January 10th. My bad. The next game. The next game is another great matchup game. This is a game that might be a high scoring game. May not go in. We'll see how it goes. You've got Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, trying to break curses, trying to move forward, and really solidify themselves as a threat. And if they can really do something without the other threats that are out of the playoffs. And then you've got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Duval. They're here. They're ready to play. They're young. They're on fire still because they've won like 8 straight, if I'm correct. And they're willing to let people know that they're really here. They're serious. They're not really a bobblehead team. They're not, Trevor Lawrence is trying to make his case that hey, Mr. Dark Knight, I can actually play decent football. My coach has got me playing decent football thanks to the Jacoby Myers and thing. I think I'm worthy of your praise. So, and if I'm correct, it's at Jacksonville. So, um, I'll go ahead and start this one off. It's a tough, 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 tough matchup. I have nothing against. It's a tough matchup. They got it at 50 to 49 right now in terms of who wins. Um, I'm gonna ride the hot team. I'm riding with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's a Florida team. I would like to see us, get some type of love. To be honest, Trevor Lawrence has been on fire. Obviously, comeback player of the year if he does get it. Most improved player of the year if he does get it. He definitely earned it. Liam Cohen, potential coach of the year candidate, if they can kind of do what they do best. They've been doing all season. We've got to see. Um, they've kind of put it together. Jacoby Myers has been a wonderful target, someone that actually doesn't drop passes, and just being just a very fire offense mostly for all. Defense may be a little sketchy, but it's not too sketchy, if I'm correct. The Bills are the ones that have the sketchy defense. So I think the Jacksonville Jaguars really start their era of being a really good team now, and it starts with the Buffalo Bills. It starts, but if you want to be a legitimate threat and not a pretender, you start now. You start now by beating the Bills. You shut out Josh Allen's dreams. You put the ultimate pressure on him because if he doesn't do this now, Lamar and Patrick Mahomes and fucking Joe Burrow gonna be back next year to compete with this. So, you know, let's do it. Jaguars. Give me the Jaguars. Um, let's switch it up. Who will? Let's go to Dark Knight. Actually, who you got? I know. I know it's been a not a rough season. Just like picking between these two, and I know you've got
Um,
that look in your eye. Look like you've already made up your mind, and so go ahead, let your mind speak, sir.
until um I have more faith in the Jaguars defense, but Josh Allen is a different player in the playoffs. So
Mm-hmm.
until Trevor Lawrence shows that he's a different player in the playoffs,
Boom.
um, you have to beat the current MVP. So if you can't beat
That
the
is
current
true.
MVP, then I don't really have any faith. And I don't have any faith in someone if I can game plan around you and say this is your number one target. And if I lock up your number one target, it feels like your offense doesn't move. So lock up Jacoby Myers, um, and his offense will probably stop moving. Um, Everybody on the Bills receiving core is a tight end,
And I think Dalton Kincaid is coming back. I believe so.
probably.
Yeah, more than
Um,
likely. Oh man.
Keon Coleman, Dalton Kincaid.
Damn,
Everybody
they
else is a
really do.
tight end.
Yeah, they really do have ton but tight ends.
So if they can make enough plays where the defenses aren't so far apart, um, that it really shouldn't make a difference. Yeah, is Josh Allen. You have to put up 30 to beat him.
I agree with that. I agree with
You
that.
don't think the Jags can put up 30 against the Bills defense?
I
Not
think it'll be a shootout.
entirely because, like I said, if my game plan is to look at the Jaguars and say, okay, I know your offense moves through Jacoby Myers. So if my defense is going to focus around that and stopping the run, who else are you going to throw to who hasn't been dropping catches all year?
Very true. Because their first round pick, Brian Thomas Jr., has had a disappointing season. I don't expect it to just pick back up in the
Not in the
playoffs.
playoffs.
Yeah, in the playoffs where everything is like bright. That's a dude that folds under pressure.
So you're going to be giving most of the targets to Jacoby. So if you're going to be focusing your defense on making sure that since the offense moves through him, we're going to prevent that, and you're going to have to let Trevor Lawrence beat you. Trevor Lawrence doesn't have a history of beating people unless it's some really lucky, super funky thing that happens. He doesn't have a history of beating people like that. So yeah, he doesn't have a second weapon that opens up Jacoby Myers to really like do anything. And you
Mm.
could say the same thing about the Bills wide receiving core, but everybody's a tight end. Everybody can block. So
Just
at
give
the
the
end
ball to
of the
James
day,
Cook.
yeah, at the end of the day, you're gonna give the ball to James Cook. And if you stop James Cook, then you're gonna have to stop Josh Allen because,
Mm.
if you're gonna figure out how to do that, um, the only way the Bills lose is if Josh Allen beats himself by fumbling the ball and throwing like two interceptions.
Definitely. Definitely.
If Josh Allen does not win this week, get this man the hell out of here. I don't want to hear nothing else about Josh Allen.
I mean, he technically doesn't have any receivers, but everybody's technically a blocking tight end, so it
Hey,
works.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. If Josh Allen doesn't win, you go into the draft and you try to get him a number one receiver ASAP.
Yeah, same thing that Aaron Rodgers had to deal with for years. They never gave him a receiver.
hmm is going down that path. He needs a number one receiver or he needs a Gronk or something. Well, he
give me,
technically has that. He just needs a number one receiver.
give me the last Florida team. That's the only Florida team I have left to root for in this playoffs. Give me the Jags. I think Trevor Lawrence is the real deal. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to prove to us why he is Trevor Lawrence and why he's in these why he's in these talks, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, give me the last Florida team that's left in the NFL playoffs wild card weekend.
Mhm. I like
All
it.
right.
I like it. I like it. Answer clutch, man. You've been riding with the
He's been
Bills
riding with the
for
Bills,
most
so
of
he
the
got the
teams,
Bills.
you know,
So
for
next
most of your
next game.
parlays. You've been able to believe in
Um,
Josh
all
Allen
right.
for
So I
most of it.
guess
You
We
know,
just
so
did not listen to anything I said 10 minutes ago when I said I
I
got the
mean, no,
Jaguars
I'm making a
I heard what
narrative
you
out of
comfortably
said.
this. What are
winning.
you
I'm talking
talking
about what you
about?
did, what you've been
Um,
calling all
It's the
all
narrative.
season.
It's no, I heard what you said, but this is the narrative, bro. That's been on all season.
again, um, right now, like I said before, the Jaguars have won 8 of their last games straight. Trevor Lawrence is hot. The defense has been playing well. Liam Cohen seems to have these guys rallying. Every time people bet against them, they put that on the wall as bulletin board material and they chop trees down. They beat the Denver Broncos when they were the number 2 defense, right behind Houston. They're in the same division as Houston, so they play one of the best defenses twice a year. Um, I think that they are going to do what they need to do to handle this game and win. I meant what I said earlier, whereas, I felt like, well, in my opinion, the winner of this game is more than likely going to win the Super Bowl this year, either the Bills or the Jaguars. But I'm going with the Jaguars. I like what they got. I like how they look. And not only am I going with the Jaguars on the pod, I'm going with the Jaguars on the parlay as well. So I'm not switching
He
them.
said the ticket's not going. The ticket's got polka dots on there, and
Yeah,
it's a
that's a lock,
jaguar.
man. That's a
It's a
lock, bro.
jaguar.
I feel like you got Gavin already said enough.
Yeah,
Even though the Bills are going to perform well, it's that receiver core that's going to be his downfall. And yes, people are going to say, well, oh, you're the MVP. You're supposed to find a way. You're supposed to make it work.
He
Bro can
does.
only do so
he does.
much.
They're 12-5.
He
He does.
does. But again, one thing I've always said is the Bills are one Josh Allen hamstring, one Josh
Ooh,
Allen ankle, one Josh Allen arm away from being in pure hell.
Well,
So, hey, it's all good, man. It's all good.
he tries to protect himself as much as possible, and he's still Superman. So until, he breaks something,
Oh, yeah, 135 consecutive starts, which is the only reason why he handed the ball off for one play, just so he could keep his starting game streak.
all
So,
right.
Mr. Iron Man, Mr. Man of Steel, Superman, of course, the reigning MVP. Obviously, he's going to have a great game and he's going to ball out. I just think the Jaguars are going to edge him out. That's it.
All right. Say no more.
La-
Buffalo.
Last three games.
Hey man, yeah, we get into it. Buffalo Jaguars. Let's see how that goes. All right, we're going into our last 3 games. I think we're coming into the toughest game, the second toughest game in here. We've got San Francisco hobbled, beaten, and battered at 12-5. But with Kyle Shanahan, Brock Purdy, and the man of the man CMC, they go into Philly, which is actually a tough place to go playing. They go into Philly against Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Shaquan Barkley, Sirianni, and that stagnant offense, and they try to go break a bird and get past it in the NFC wildcard matchup. This is a premier matchup. This is probably the second toughest matchup or the toughest matchup to predict. Um, and you know what? We'll see how it kind of goes. Dev, take us off, man. Who you got?
Since
You've
week
been,
one,
I know who you've been high on. I know who you've been low on,
yeah,
but it's the
you know where I'm
playoffs
going
now.
with this.
None of that really matters. Are you
It
still?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So are you
My
still
picks
gonna
is going to
ride
be the
with young
same.
Shanahan,
Of course.
or is Sirianni finally gonna pull out the
The
secret playbook?
Philadelphia Eagles, since week one, since they barely beat the Cowboys, they have been a very beatable team. Week after, I think they had a couple games where they dominated, but for the most part, out of 17 games, this isn't their year. I don't think, unfortunately, I don't think the Eagles, if they magically pull this off by beating, which I don't think they're going to win, if they magically beat the Niners, they're definitely not winning the next game,
Hmm.
depending on who they play. Whether it's going to be the Seahawks, whether it's going to be the Rams, they're not going to win the next game. This is it for the Eagles. I think the Eagles reached their peak within the last 3-4 seasons, which isn't that bad. They had an amazing run. They can't deny them that. But they're not beating
True.
49ers, man. Christian McCaffrey got something to prove. Brock Purdy has something to say. And my dog, Cal Superman, he about to take them boys to the Super Bowl.
Mm.
Give me
Okay.
the 49ers, man.
Give him the 49ers. Say no more.
Give me the 49ers as well. I like the body of work that they put together. I already mentioned earlier in my mini bracket thing that I have the Seahawks playing both the Rams and the 49ers on their way to the NFC Championship to decide which one of those teams is going to take it. I think that as a Cowboys fan, I've played the Eagles twice. I've paid attention to most of their games this season. This is not the week that they figure it out. It's too late. I'm just keep it short and sweet. This is not the week that they figure it out. It's too late. Maybe they could do it against some of those other teams, but the 49ers are good. They have a multifaceted offense. Already mentioned. You guys already mentioned Christian McCaffrey. You guys already mentioned George Kittle. Already mentioned the O-line. Already mentioned like the rest of the crew. Of course, you got the defense as well. Kyle Shanahan is going to be a difference maker as a head coach. And, I just feel like the Eagles are going to find a way. They're going to find a way to mess this up. They're going to need a historic performance from Saquon Barkley, and I just don't think it's time for that right now. And that's going to be 49ers on the books, on the pod, and on the parlay. That's the 49ers.
Interesting. I like that. I like it. Okay, say no more. I trust Christian McCaffrey. I just need Brock Purdy to get him the ball. That's really it. The 49ers are very injured, so if Christian McCaffrey,
decision though? He's not the play caller.
what's up?
Is that Brock Purdy's decision?
What?
He's not the play caller. What you mean? I need Brock Purdy to get Christian McCaffrey the ball.
Like
He's
Travis
not the
said,
caller.
2,000 yards overall, 1,000 in the air, and 1,000.
I agree. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree, not at all.
Get him the ball when it matters the most, bro. Please do. Block when it matters the most. And then when no one's looking, just throw it to Juwan Jennings for a touchdown, and you know what? You might have something. The Eagles, you just have to put up enough points on them, to be honest. You put up 21, 28, that might be it for them because their offense has struggled. Unless Sirianni pulls out the secret stuff, the secret playbook that he's been holding on for some reason, just for the playoffs, unless he does that I don't see that this game going higher than 21, 21, to be honest. Shanahan's coached a hell of a team throughout the injuries this season. He's been able to do it with 2 different QBs, so that shout out to him to keep this team rallied up and together. And despite all the injuries, despite if I'm correct, his name Brandon Ayuk, which is crazy that he was acting out this season. They have managed to be, they've managed to make it to the playoffs. Now they're in their this is probably the worst situation for the Niners, to be honest, playing the Eagles, but I still like them to be. If they would have got that number 1 seed, they would have been much better. But this is probably their worst. I don't know if it's their worst matchup, but this is not where they wanted to be, but I think they pulled through it. They're 7-2 away, so they're used to being away and being doubted. They're used to playing away from the home and getting the job done this season. So I like them to kind of get it done. The defense is slowly coming back, but it's still a little hobbled. So as long as they can kind of put it together and just keep just play hard defense, to be honest. Don't let any special trick plays get to you because the Eagles are not that they're not that offense this year. So yeah, give me the Niners. Give me the Niners to lock that one down. And then Dark Knight games. Tell me, I know you were high on the Eagles to start the season. I think you still were able to still be not too high, but just
Give me
just
Nick
enough.
Sirianni and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, there he goes. He's like, I'm still high enough to let you know that it's Nick Sirianni and the Eagles.
San Francisco 49ers defense is still trash. They're still like ranked like
Okay, I was
bottom
wondering, they're still
20.
teetering.
They're still like bottom 20. And for all the bullshit that, we can give the Batman and Devontae Adams are still two 1,000-yard receivers this year. So, you know, they still have a good passing attack. Um, the Philly defense, even though they've been kind of ass in the later half of the year,
Season.
they've actually been good.
Yes.
They currently, I think, for rush defense, they're trash, but for like pass defense, no, oh no, yeah, for rush defense, they're trash, but for pass defense, um, I think they're like top 15 and pass defense and like just overall points per game. They're like fifth, when it comes to their defense holding people down. So they don't really allow points, but the 49ers do give up more points because they're like 13th, and that's a big swing from being fifth in points allowed to 13th in points allowed. So, uh, you know, if they can stop Christian McCaffrey, um, you don't really have to worry about Kittle.
I don't think so.
But
I think he's
Christian
injured.
McCaffrey, yeah, he's still injured, but he's gonna be playing, but he's playing hobbled.
Mm,
Um, bro, if you stop the if your defense is primarily to stop Christian McCaffrey, the 49er offense falls apart. It's just like the Jaguars thing. If you know
mm,
how their offense operates, you kind of focus your defense on one thing. So you're going to be focusing your game plan on making Brock Purdy beat you and not having Christian McCaffrey beat you.
very much so. Very much so. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Brock Purdy this year, 20 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 2,000 yards. Jalen Hurts, 3,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Christian McCaffrey, 1,000 rushing yards, 10 touchdowns. And then Christian McCaffrey again, 100 receptions for 924 receiving yards. This is that offense is ran by McCaffrey. You could stop him, there might be something. There might be something to go ahead and talk about. And then there you go. The Eagles might go on that run again. This might be their last run, but they might go on that run again. So you never know. I'm not too keen on it, but as Gavin said, they have 2,000-yard receivers. And oddly enough, we were low on Saquon Barkley this year, 7 touchdowns, but he somehow made it to 1,000 yards rushing
Still
this
has
season.
1,000 rush yards. So,
Yep.
their offense is still, bottom ranked, but their defense is still there. So it's kind of a matter if you can put points on the board and their defense holds. So if their defense holds out and not let Christian McCaffrey beat them, then the Eagles would be able to win. And then they will go to the NFC Championship game.
Okay, say no more. Say no more. Hey, they're at 49ers at Lincoln Field. Remember, they're 7-2 on the road, so they're not a team to be trifled with on the road. But they've got the Eagles 56% chance winning. Talk to Vegas, make the calls, see what happens. This is probably a game you want to go and probably bet on the players more than the team. So I would go ahead and check that. And it's on my birthday, January 11th. We'll see how that goes. Um, Now we're down to our last two games. We head into the last game for Sunday night. We have got the Chargers led by the stud with the hot girlfriend, Justin Herbert, and going into Not if we're going into someone that's been in the playoffs before. They just got back to it. The tickets are as low as 166 because they care about their fans, and that Gillette Stadium never has let down their fans before with the 14-3, 6-3 at home New England Patriots with the leading MVP frontrunner Drake May and the first time stud of a head coach um, Mike Vrabel, and then the controversial but still stud wide receiver Stephon Diggs, a stud of a running back Travion Henderson, uh, Los Angeles Chargers at the New England Patriots. Your Sunday night game to end the AFC wildcard on Sunday night. Um, we're just gonna start off with our boy because he's the only team. He's the only one with a team in the playoffs, with the highest record. So it's best we start off with him. You know, you're playing against Justin Herbert. You were high on him from the from the first game of the season. I know that's one of your favorite QBs, current favorite QBs doing there. I know he has a hand injury. They're 5-3 away. The Patriots are 6-3 at home, so a very tough team. I don't know what the temperature will be like when they get there. So and Drake May has something to prove. I don't think he has more so to prove. I think it's more so Mike Vrabel than anything, and Stephon Diggs. I don't think there's too much pressure on Drake May. So, Dark Night Games. Tell us, how does this go? How do you get the Chargers out of Gillette Stadium?
Well, first, it's Drake May. So please get that correct, or if you don't know how to say that correctly, you can say Mayday. Um,
Mayday.
but
I like
it's
Mayday better.
Drake May. But in regards, I trust our defense more. For everything, our defense is probably what's going to be holding down everything. I have to check to see if Robert Spillane is gonna be able to be playing because
Mm,
he was injured, but I'm pretty sure he should be coming back. Well, I could
mm.
just, the internet, just go see if he's playing. Oh, let's see if he went to practice this week, actually. Um, let's see. He has a he had limited practice on he had limited practice today, so um
What does that mean?
it means that he might play
Mm.
on Sunday.
Scoosh, swish.
Um so the Chargers O line is hurt. They don't really have a good O line. Justin Herbert is also playing hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where any sack is a potential you're taking him out of the game.
Done for the game.
Um, so um, I would say because of our defense ranks top 10 in everything.
Mm.
While the Chargers defense basically ranks, it's like it's around the same thing,
Like
but
low mid.
it's like around the same thing, but it's more the issue of their corners being more healthier than our corners. But um Christian Gonzalez could lock up Laddie McConkey, so I don't have to like really worry about that. Keenan Allen, we can lock him up too. Quentin Johnson, not so sure if we're gonna be able to like have enough to cover everybody for that, but that's why I say it depends on if Robert Spillane,
Mm.
because we're kind of gonna be stretching, our interior kind of thin, but at the same time, um, We have a ball hawk um safety who is just, who got snubbed from a Pro Bowl this year. Um, so it all comes down to if somehow, some way Justin Herbert can be Superman this game.
Hmm.
Aside from that, it aside from that, it doesn't really matter for everything else. Um, if we beat the Chargers, then you know we're, we already beat the Bills, so it's fine. If we beat we won't see the Bills again until
Ooh.
like we won't see the Bills again forever, to be honest with you. Because
Oh.
say,
Man, that boy
um,
said forever. That boy said
He
they
said
give Vanished to
Jacksonville
the
takes
shadow
care of
realm.
them
like
pretty much.
we won't see them. No, nah, I'm saying the Bills are going to win that game, and we're not going to see them forever because if the Bills win that game, then the Broncos have to face the Bills. And we're going to then play what you call it. We're then going to either play the the Texans or
Hmm.
if somehow the fucking Steelers win, then we're gonna win that one. Um, but in that specific game, um, the Bills will have
Hmm.
to go play the Broncos. And if that's the case,
The path just opens up. Is what
we
you're
we
gonna
might
say?
go to the
The
Super Bowl.
magic carpet just kind of comes out of nowhere.
We might just go to the fucking Super Bowl because you feel me, like
Matchup is key.
we might just go to the fucking Super Bowl. Who knows? I'm just saying it depends on certain things. If God forbid the Steelers somehow fucking beat the fucking Texans, we're going to the Super Bowl. Oh, because there's no way the fucking Bills are surviving the Broncos, and we're killing the Broncos. Because I don't give a fuck about what anybody says. Drake Make May is better than that dumbass fucking Bo Nix. I have no faith in Bo Nix. So
Hmm.
I'm just saying, if we can get over the number two
Oh,
defense with our number five defense, because I expect the Texans to be there. So if we can beat them, well, I don't think we're number five. I think we're like number seven overall, technically.
it's
No, I think
pretty
we're like
good.
number five.
It's really good.
But
Top 10.
if if we can beat the number one defense in our conference, we're going to the Super Bowl. And that's the Texans. If we beat the Texans, we're going to the Super Bowl because they're the number one team in number one defense in our conference. The Broncos aren't. The Broncos are number two, and I have still no faith in Bo Nix. So if we can get over C.J. Stroud and the Texans, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Mm. Say no more. Say no more.
Bro,
Right?
I had the Patriots winning. But shout out to the homie Trav. He said he was rewatching episode 8 and rewatching episode 9. I was rewatching not today, a couple days ago. I think it was episode 12 or 13, where I called the Patriots the 2024 Minnesota Vikings for going 13-3 and then losing the first round. I gotta stand by what I said, man. I completely forgot I said that. So I'm
Hmm.
gonna repeat that. So
Stand by it.
I got the obviously again, Justin Herbert is injured. I don't think he's fully
It really
recovered, but
relies on him.
yeah, I honestly does. I don't they have an okay defense. I'm not gonna say the defense is trash.
Nah,
The Chargers.
their defense is top 10 with us. They're not trash. Their defense is
That's what I
top
said.
10 with
I'm not
us.
gonna call them trash. But I'm not gonna say they're like amazing good either. I would
Hmm.
say,
No, they're
I would
like
say I would say their
if
offense is better than the
if we're like
defense.
number five, nah, if we're like the defense is way better than the offense. If we're like number five in defense, they're like number six or seven.
Damn, I did not look up. I gotta go look it up.
It's going to be a good game, man. I have this as game of the wild card weekend.
Mm.
Again, to all my gamblers, all my
Steelers,
betting people.
Texans.
What is that?
No, Patriots and
No, we're
Chargers.
talking about Patriots and
Oh,
Chargers.
okay.
I got
All right,
this
go ahead,
as
go ahead.
game.
Sorry.
No, Texans, bro. The Texans that should be an easy anyway. That should be easy win for the damn Texans. Chargers versus Patriots. I have what happened?
Sorry, the Trey Young trade is. Well, I'll have to talk about it after the.
Oh,
Leon
that's
just
crazy.
got traded.
Yeah, after the podcast, bro.
Oh, breaking news for the NBA. I mean, talk about what's up.
You sure?
Yeah.
Real
You
quick,
already
because
Latest
talked about it.
NBA.
breaking news: the Hawks and Young era sends All Stars to Wizards. The Hawks are trading four-time All Star Trey Young to the Wizards for C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert.
So you're telling me we
Oh
had to
man.
go look at him talk about his career going to oblivion? Okay, so next.
You see, this I was like, that's why I was like, hold on, maybe that's something.
Listen, it's all good. I said what I said in the chat. Washington is a place where careers go to Thanos. You getting snapped away, and we not gonna see you for 5 years until you leave and go somewhere else.
That's crazy,
Nah,
bro.
Washington is where they just let players go and then they trade players from Washington to make other teams good. They're literally just a team to hold players. They're not really an
Literally.
NBA team. They're just a team to hold players.
I don't know what Trey Young thinks he could turn it around. I was like, bro, the
No.
Wizards still got years before they turn that
Trey
shit around.
Young is going there to sit there for 2 years and then he is probably gonna get picked up by he's gonna sit there for a year and then the Bucks is gonna pick him up.
I could see him in a Bucks jersey. I'd like him to come to Miami, but that's not gonna happen.
So yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. Give me the Chargers, man. I don't feel comfortable with Justin Herbert injury. I was going to pick the Pats to beat them, but then when I rewatched the old episode and I said that I have to requote what I said from 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I
Hmm.
got to stand on what I said, man. So give me Justin Herbert. Plus, I would love to see this man actually do something, man. He should have been on the Dolphins. Brian Flores was right. Brian Flores wanted Justin Herbert, Deshaun Watson, or Jordan Love. Deshaun Watson is I don't know what the hell he been. I don't even know if that dude is still alive. But
He's
Jordan
He's
Love,
been
alive. He's coming
injured.
back
He's
next
been
season.
injured. He's been
no,
He's
injured.
coming back
I
next
was
season.
joking, bro. I was joking.
Oh, okay.
Come on, bro. I know this man's still alive. Come on, man.
He's alive. He's coming back next season,
Jordan
y'all
Love has
boy.
been looking great. Justin Herbert has been looking amazing. So Brian Flores was right. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Give me the Chargers, man.
Give him the Chargers. Give me the Patriots. I wanted to pick the Chargers, but Justin, like Gavin even said it. He was thinking what I was thinking, bro. One hit and that shit is over. I don't even know who the backup QB is for the Chargers. So that's like
It's Trey
that's
Lance.
concerning. Say it again.
It's Trey Lance.
Trey Lance. He played for the Niners. I think he did well as a backup for whatever time. I think he won all his games as a starter for the most
No, I
part, but
think
it's
he did.
not. Yeah, I don't know. It's not enough to go in there and command the Chargers offense during the playoffs. But they do have a great coach, and if that coach coaches them up well, maybe they can make it an entertaining game and a potential upset. But that's not that's not the game where I see an upset happening. That's not where it happens. If it does, shit me, we're all sitting on the podcast like I don't know. I don't know. I don't. The Patriots lose. It's not. It's not. Oh, a grand scheme of like factors. It's more like I don't know how that happens. Just variables. So I honestly don't think it happens. You know.
The Chargers could only is ranked like 20th in points per game.
Yeah, bro. That's nah, bro. Drake May. Uh, he'll continue to do what he does best. He'll listen to his coach. His teammates like him. He seems more likable than than anyone in the league, to be honest. Like I
I
think a lot of
mean,
people just like him in general
he's the
sense.
most accurate quarterback in the league.
You
We're the
see?
most situationally, we're the best like currently we're the best situational football, like because Mike Vrabel is the best situational awareness coach in the league. So we're the best
Mm.
situational awareness team in the league right now.
And
So if it comes down to special situations, we're probably going to win because Mike Vrabel just has plays in the playbook for
Just in
dumb
case.
reasons, just for some dumb shit. So like that happens. We have strong return people because we just have strong return people. We put Travion in the backfield
Mhm.
and have him return a punt. There's a possibility he'll run it all the way to the house. Ramondre is off his injury, and he looks more
He looks good.
like a good power
He
back.
looks good.
So I can now say I can
Oh
no
yeah,
longer
started the
say,
season.
yeah,
What can
start
you
of the
say now to
season.
end the season?
Um,
Oh no, he
he,
deserved that for that
Yeah,
string of
I
fumbles.
remember if
Uh,
we could go
yeah,
back to the episodes, I remember when
yeah, like I
Tyler.
said, I was like, he gotta go either sit down, but Mike Vrabel said we need the talent, and I said, okay, that's fine. But he got injured, and once he came back, he feels like an actual good power back now. Like maybe that's all he needed. He just needed to like rest up a little bit and see like the game in a different way, and then
Mm-hmm.
see Travion actually taking his fucking position.
Mm.
But since it's a running back by committee,
He shouldn't
you
worry
know,
about his position if it's a running back committee.
yeah, it's running back by committee. We know where he's gonna go. We know where we're like we know where's which specific downs. He's the third down, uh, potential fourth down kind of guy. We put him in the end zone as well. Um, we know where Travion is. Travion can also be a first down, second down kind of person because he's quick, moves agile. So Um, and also Ramondre is a good receiving back, so it's not like he doesn't have hands. He's actually one of the better receiving backs in the league. So it's one of those things where we can actually draw up plays for him, and Drake May will throw him the ball and he will run, like he will catch it and run. So that's it's not like that isn't the thing. He's actually a good receiving back.
Okay. Okay.
all right.
And then we didn't hear from you, Travis, before we head on to the final game of the wild card. Who you had?
As far as who I have, obviously this is both on the pod and on the books. Big Bookie is going with the Patriots, man. I have Drake London as my favorite to
May.
be MVP. Drake May as the favorite to be MVP. I think the Patriots have been playing fantastic. Their defense is solid. Yes, they have a couple games where you could think of like the Ravens game where they gave up a few points, but ultimately they were able to make D plays. The coach is a Mike Vrabel is not a game uh, manager. He's a game changer. He elevates the Patriots. He puts them in position to succeed. The players are great as well. It takes a team effort. But like Gavin said, if you take Drake May off of that team, there's not a lot much else going on. If you remove Christian Gonzalez from the defense, even though they still competed throughout the season when he did miss a game or two, but it does get significantly weaker. I think the charges between Justin Herbert's injury. Yes, the
Mm.
Chargers are charging, but I think now we kind of reached the max capacity for the battery, bro. Like I don't
Yeah.
think that they can really punch it any more than this. They made it to the playoffs. They had a good run. Justin Herbert's probably going to go out fighting. I see the final score being something like 24-13, with the Patriots taking a comfortable win and pretty much having the Chargers only score like 6 points in the second half and a one touchdown in the first quarter because the Chargers get off to a hot start and then they get shut out. So it's all good. Yeah, give me the Patriots, man.
Say no more. Give me the Patriots. Hey, no folding from any of these teams that we've talked about so far. None of these teams. I don't want no. I don't want to put the lawn chair in the chat for none of these teams. To be honest, I've picked. To be honest, uh, it's the next round that I want to put out the lawn chair. All right, say no
Yeah.
more. Say no more. Gillette Stadium's about to get electrified by the Chargers. Let's see if they got the raincoats, bro. that little conductor. Take that shit out the way. All right,
Do we
say
know
no
what the
more.
weather is gonna be? Because
I
weather
said
is
the
a
same
factor in
thing.
New
If the
England.
weather's
Probably
if the
gonna be like 20 some degrees, but it doesn't matter. Drake make
Mhm.
plays in North Carolina.
Yeah, nah, we're not
No,
worried about
no.
the
I'm not
Patriots.
talking about for Drake May.
Texas.
The Patriots are gonna be fine. I'm talking about for
It's
the
the
Chargers,
Chargers.
bro, because they
It's
play
gonna
in
be
LA.
cold. It's gonna
Yeah,
be cold.
it's gonna be cold, cold. Well, all right. We have our Monday night game. We have our game ender to the season, to the wild cards weekend. And it is a doozy. I don't s- It's like the second weakest matchup to me in this whole wild card weekend. We've got the Monstars in the Houston, Texas, CJ Stroud and those boys. 12-5, 5-3 away, coming into the miraculous, the cowboy like sheriff like man in Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers at 10-7 and 6-3 at home. They just came back from a miracle win uh and against the Ravens, and now they try to bring that momentum in and try to see if they can stop the Monstars in a sense, and that Houston Texans defense. Houston Texans at Pittsburgh Steelers. Dev, who you got,
Man, this
man?
man gonna let Dev start every time, bro.
Hey,
Oh, go
bro.
ahead, Trav. Go ahead. Go ahead, Trav. I,
I mean,
Oh no,
Jinx
go
who
just
ahead,
got
Trav.
Trav,
let's
but
Go.
talk
it's
about this game.
go
I
ahead,
had, what
Trav.
do
Go
you
ahead.
mean? I had Gavin start last time.
That's great.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think I
his
started
team,
once.
though. It was his team. But
It's
all
just
right, go ahead,
because
Go
bro.
he's
ahead,
Go
Trav.
ahead.
always
All right,
high on the Mike
Trav
Tomlin.
want to get some stuff off his chest. Go ahead, Trav.
Oh, I
Nah,
do
man.
like it,
Nah,
Trav. No,
this,
it's cool.
this.
Nah, I'm curious. If you think he
Go
shouldn't
ahead,
start,
bro.
if this is a guy I shouldn't start off with the Steelers, you tell me, Trav.
All right, man.
Clutch,
All right. I got y'all, bro.
clutch. Aaron Rodgers saved your parlay last week, man. He did save your parlay, but I don't
He
know if
did.
he can save your parlay against this Houston Texans defense. You tell us why that you about to pick the Steelers.
Yes. Spoiler alert. I am picking the Steelers for both the pod
Crazy.
and the parlay yet again.
Ooh,
The
man.
reason
Dangerous.
why,
He giving his money away.
Aaron Rodgers, nah, bro. Aaron Rodgers has 11 playoff wins. CJ Stroud only has two. Yes, CJ Stroud has one, if not the best defense in the league. At some point, bro has to put points on the board and has to make plays. All it takes for Aaron Rodgers is to crack the code one or two times. And we see it happen time and time again, where when they're in situations where they're down, like for example, that final drive against the Steelers, there have been other moments throughout the seasons where he's led like final drives. We can talk about that game that he had against the Unk Bowl with Joe Flacco. We can talk about the other couple games as well. I think that between Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers, they have enough experience to come up with a game plan that can kind of, granted, I'm not saying that he's about to, Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers are about to come out here
And
and
air
drop
out the
20
Texans.
points. That's not gonna happen. Nah. I'm saying that I expect it to be like 17 to like 9 with the
Hmm.
Steelers pulling it out. That's what I expect. It is going to be a very boring defensive Monday night game. I leave it to the Steelers to rally to put together their best performance on defense. DK Metcalf is going to be motivated and playing like a
I was gonna
madman
say he is back.
next two games. And um, uh, I would think that after missing two games and almost seeing your team get eliminated, you're coming into this week thinking I'm going to play the game of my life because I may never have an opportunity to play with a quarterback this good unless I get traded somewhere else. So, but I wish them the best. Give me the Steelers.
Game Steelers. Okay, say no more. I mean, I'm picking the Texans. I think that defense is like rock solid, bro. Like, man. That is
Fucking
a great
Steelers.
defense. They emerged together and just kind of created something. I don't know if they get to keep everything, keep everyone from next season. Hopefully they can, but they've really done something over there that if CJ Stroud has weaknesses, which he does, that defense covers it. So give me the Texans, man.
Dude, what
That's
are we
like
talking about? The fucking Steelers are like bottom 25 and like
you see,
everything, dog. Like, what the fuck are we talking about right now?
I said Texas, bro. I don't know what this.
I said this last week in the chat. The Steelers should not be here. I just said this, 30 minutes ago. The goddamn Steelers is not supposed to be here, and people choosing the goddamn 40-year-old, 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers to go against
The
arguably the
sheriff,
best
man,
defense in the AFC right now.
It's
What
not
is happening?
arguably, it is. They're
is the
literally
best defense.
number one.
That is
They're top five
number
in
one.
everything. In
Yeah,
defense, they're
bro.
top five in everything.
They
What's,
so like I said,
well, at least
they
I
make
said,
Davis Mills look good. That's a team.
bro,
That's a defense that makes the QB look good, bro.
like,
That's
bro,
tough.
I don't know why we're talking about that. The Steelers are
What,
fucking
what,
bottom
what,
25 in everything.
we're stat padding at this point for the goddamn Texans. Everybody else is choosing the Texans. So now we got Trav pulling a Dev. This is shit I do. Come on, Trav. You still in my
I mean,
Steelers. So what's happening, man?
like
Oh,
Travis'
bro,
argument is sound
again,
though.
look,
His
look.
argument is very sound.
I
That
know. Hey,
the
listen,
team that has the
you
bottom
guys are
rank
picking.
25 and everything
There's
is
nothing wrong
He-
with picking the number one defense in the league. Obviously,
mhm.
obviously, more than half of America is going to pick the number one defense in the league.
I like
Nobody's
it.
wrong for doing that. I'm just
okay.
saying that I'm not going to discount coaching experience. I'm not going to discount game planning. I'm not going to discount a veteran
They're the
QB
fucking
who has
Panthers.
dissected defenses.
I
But
picked
it's
the
all good,
Panthers.
bro.
They're basically the fucking Panthers.
I picked the Panthers. Travis picked the Steelers. One of them got to win something. One of them got to come out and make us look good, bruh. And the Steelers have a higher chance of that, to be honest.
No, the
Than
fuck
the
they
well,
don't.
no, the Panthers actually do. My bad. Panthers have a better chance than that. So this is the one game that we probably don't even need to go too hard on, bro. Aaron Rodgers, your storybook may end right here. You may just retire right after this, or you may feel like Mike Tomlin's your guy and like, hey, can we do this one more time? But and then DK Metcalf is coming back, so that may change everything. But that defense that's monster like, bro. That's monster like, bro. We don't see that shit every time.
It's
So,
all
but
good.
but I'm all for a good upset. So you know me, I'm all for a good upset. So when the parlay hit and my boys say I just made 12 times the amount that I was supposed to make.
What's the
Hey,
what's the parlay for the Steelers winning?
oh
Bro, I told you. I said the Steelers are going to win.
no, he said
I
what's
I said, what's the parlay? What's the hit for? What's the spread for Steelers winning?
that's another
Oh,
one that Vegas may fuck with.
okay. Oh, so I got you.
Other than that, we're gonna be done. Nothing really
In the
too much.
meantime, Dev, you picked the Bears.
Yes.
That's all right. And I know you two guys picked the Packers, so that's all good. So let me see here. Texans. Um, this man Dev said, "What's the parlay, bro?" I don't know.
Yeah,
Uh,
what they looking like?
no, I got you. Right now, the over/under is 39.5 points. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the underdog, with the Houston Texans being
That's an
favored.
obvious one. Shocker.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are playing at home.
I gave
If
him the home field advantage.
you can give them home field
I
advantage,
get I give
that's
him that.
so
Going,
if you guys would like a parlay that you can take for the weekend, um, hmm, I would say CJ Stroud less than 200 yards, less than 225. I would also say that you can put down Aaron Rodgers for one interception. I expect him to throw a
Oh,
pick because he's trying to do too much.
Oh,
And lastly, you can go ahead and put down let's see. I think his name is, it's not James Conner. It's Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell. You can put down Jalen Warren for over 65 rushing yards. So that's it, man. That's
Okay.
it for me. I won't do too
Okay. The
much.
Texans,
Um,
Texans Steelers. Texas Steelers, let's see if they can overcome the Giant and get that storybook Miracle Road win, that Cinderella story going crazy. And other than that, we are done with our NFL matchups and we are done when it comes to just talking about the wild card weekend. Um,
there we
Thank you
go.
again for all who's pulled up and just continues to watch us as we now shift into our NFL special wild card weekend playoff mode. Please be with us. Hit up the comment section. Who do you think is going to win the wild card weekend? Who you think is going to have the better games and whatnot? Please let us know in the comment section below. Just again, thank you for being with us here all season. We highly appreciate it as we go on through our road to the Super Bowl journey. Like I said, hit us up on our social medias. Those will all be in our comment section below and description box below. Just thank you again, man. Like I said, we finally made it to the playoffs. This is where everything matters now. The regular season doesn't matter. It's what you do now that matters the most. This is where people become immortalized, and uh, some people get embarrassed in ways that they don't want to be remembered. The regular season told us who could survive. The playoffs will tell us who are actually built for this. No excuses, no resets, just football. Enjoy the games, and we'll be back after the dust settles. I'm Neil Appeal for real. That's Clutch Gold. That's Dark Knight Games, and it's OMG. It's Dev, bro. And you guys send our boy Dark Knight Games some love. He's the only person that has a team in the playoffs on this podcast. So please do go ahead and show us some love in the comment section, and shout out to you Patriots fans who were able to support him in that endeavor. But other than that, we can sign out here if they've got anything more to say to before signing out. I've got enough. I've already said enough as your host, Neil Appeal for real. Thank you again, and I'll see you back when, like I said, when the wild card weekend is done. Hopefully, it ain't too crazy. Well, hopefully it's crazy enough. That'll give us something to talk
There's
about.
going to be some crazy upsets, and it's going to start with the Panthers. It's going to
It's
be.
start with the Panthers, baby. Give it to me, man. Give it to me. Hopefully the Panthers actually cut that shit out. That's probably the only bad thing. Hey, the Steelers do it?
Hey,
Wow.
no, I'm saying
Wow.
it's going to start because it's the weekend starts with the
It
Panthers
starts
versus
with the
Rams.
Panthers.
So it's going to
That's
start with it's going to
that's the
start with them.
only one that's gonna upset something. Everything else is kind of set in stone, you know. Hey, the Steelers though. I can see the vision. I can see
by the way, I need y'all to understand that the Steelers are playing on Monday Night Football, and Mike Tomlin is 22-4 on Monday night.
the script writers know that. The
He's
NFL
about to
script
be
writers are writing.
22-5. So
Ooh. Hey, the NFL script writers is watching this
Hey,
right now. They're like, oh yeah, Gavin's right. They 22-5 sounds much better than 23 and
And
4.
Mike Tomlin has never lost a Monday Night Football home game with the Steelers. So hey, y'all take
he's
what
Hey,
you
you
want
giving
with
them
that.
more
now,
to write, bruh.
yeah, they're gonna now break that and do all of that shit. All
Yeah,
of
they
that.
gonna have. Hey, Roger Goodell sitting there. Hey, remember, Trav, make it interesting.
Make it interesting. Hey, there you
Make
go,
it
my boy.
interesting.
Make it interesting.
Hey, make it
Make it
interesting.
interesting. That's all right.
Hey,
You're right. Make it
I swear
interesting,
to
man.
God, someone if the game stops for no reason for 5 minutes and nothing's happening, I already know what happened, bro. The call was made. I'm already
It's all
knowing the
good, man.
I already know it. Like, yo, hey, not even text. Yo, that nigga
The
coming
only
from down
last
the tower.
thing,
Hey,
the
from the
only
tower
last
to the
thing.
top. Yo, hey, yo, Tomlin, can you make this happen real quick? Who am I talking to? Get the ref on the line. Ref. That yellow
It's all
flag,
good.
I need you to throw 2 out there. All right. That
Yeah, bro. You good,
ref.
bro. But
Hey,
yeah, man.
that ball.
Last but not least, my final word, and then I'll let y'all do y'all thing, man. Happy
Nah, I'm
birthday
done.
to Big Capricorn, young Neil, man. His birthday is actually in a couple days. It's gonna
Sunday,
be
baby.
coming
Shout out
up.
to the homie. Shout out
Yes,
to the
sir.
homie, bro. Damn, that's crazy.
So,
This man told me at the last minute, bro. So I gotta hop on the bright line.
I mean, I'm off all week. I'll say that. I am off all week starting Saturday.
I,
And I
I
don't
got
go
I gotta hop on the
mm,
bright line. That's crazy. That's
I will
crazy.
be off all
This
week.
man
Hey
told me
man,
the
we might have to
last
do
minute.
something.
At the last minute.
Yeah, I hadn't really talked about my birthday. I didn't even know if I was gonna do anything. I probably was just gonna sit here, do nothing, or go to
to
Cooper's Hawk
watch
and drink
playoff
wine.
football,
Because it's on a
man.
playoff, bro.
Exactly.
It's on playoff. I'm like, damn, bro, there's too many matchups on Sunday that I kind of want to
Your,
watch.
your birthday's in January. You should know your birthday is
Yeah,
during
bro,
the
I'm
playoffs.
already
It's during the
knowing
playoffs every single year. Why does it
every
surprise you
single
now?
time, bro. People want to take me out to brunch. People want to take me out there. I'm like, bro, wait, football's on, and I'm
Listen,
off.
bro. Somebody,
I'm
bro,
off. I
somebody
can't.
was
I
like,
need a
bro,
chance to
somebody was
watch.
like, let's go to brunch on the 17th, bro. That's Saturday. It might be a game on. Bro,
It
you
might be
playing?
a game, dog.
You playing, bro?
Yeah, I'm like, what? I'm trying to watch the game, bro. Oh, Khalil, you don't
Hey,
like celebrating your birthday? I didn't say that. I said I don't want to miss the game. You know, like we go to a bar. Oh, you just want to go to a bar? Yeah, I mean, look at the matchups they got going on. Come on now, this is looking good.
it's
I'm gonna have to
hilarious.
celebrate my birthday at like 8 a.m., bro, or something, bro, just to get that shit out the way, bro. We'll see, bro. If I do end up going out, I just ask someone to like, yo, we gotta head to a bar. I was at some point. I gotta catch something, so I can get in the chat. So yeah, excited nonetheless. I would like to just play games if anything, and just catch the games. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, birthday coming on. Big 3-1, bro. Big 3-1. 30s is the new 20s anyway, so I'm not really worried.
Yes, sir,
Yeah,
bro. Like
it is.
brother Steph Curry, man. In our 30s, we still out here pulling up from 30 because
Pulling
we
out
gonna
from
hit
30, bro.
30
Pulling up from
again,
30.
bro.
30s is the new
Yes,
20s,
sir,
bro. And
bro.
once these playoffs is done, I'll definitely be translating all my efforts into basketball soon. So,
Always say
we'll
we
see,
finna be
guys.
averaging 30, pulling up from 30 at the big 30, man. That's it,
What?
bro.
30 after big
No time
30, bro?
like the
It's
present.
insane. What,
31,
bro?
we not
I'm
done,
trying to
bro.
feel like
32,
LeBron
we
and
not
Luca, bro.
through. 33, we not B, bro. Like, come on,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. It's
It's
crazy.
never
With
enough,
modern
bro.
medicine, bro, 30s is the new 20s. I'll be like, damn, bro. I thought my knees would kill me already, bro. But no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm surprised.
It means you've
Shout
been taking care of yourself, Chief. That's good, man.
That
That's
is a
good.
good thing. That is a good thing. That is a good thing. Shout out to the fountain of youth that exists in Florida, bro. Shout out to that fountain. Somehow the spring is here in Florida, bro. Key
Latina
West.
baddies will do that to you, man. They keep you young
Yeah,
out
in
here.
between that, they keeping everything nice and tight, bro. Nice and tight. Oh, it is. Damn. Oh shit, yeah. But yeah, that's enough from us at the pod, man. Yeah, like I said. Oh
Y'all
yeah,
be
I guess
safe
y'all
out
can
there,
wish me
man.
happy birthday in the comment section. I guess I can be out, you know, and whatnot. And our boy's clutch is coming up right behind it, so we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I probably will shave chat, so you know, we'll see if I come back with a beard. I kind of
Bro,
want
you
to cut
don't need to
it.
do
I
that,
got
bro.
ready for the
That,
spring, man.
look, I just wanted a fresh start, bro. That was it.
Ah,
I
man.
wanted a fresh start. That was it. 2 weeks, I'm gonna have it back, bro.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's what I was saying. If I cut it now, it's just gonna be right back there, and then I try to
yeah,
look
by the
young
time
for
we get
30.
to the Super Bowl, bro, exactly, bro. By the
Yeah,
time I
bro,
get
be
to the
ready
Super
for the
Bowl, my
Super Bowl.
beard gonna
Like,
be back.
damn, bro, who is that guy? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm a receiver for the fucking. Oh yeah, and the Pro Bowl probably gonna be here in Orlando.
Oh yeah. So
I
hey,
didn't think
again,
about that one.
let's check the tickets, man. We could
That,
probably meet a
that's
superstar or
actually
two,
something
bro.
we need to look at. I didn't think about that one. I'm over here trying to tell my job, don't put me down for the Super Bowl. I'm like, hold on, they might put me down for the Pro Bowl. Hold on, I gotta be careful. I might want to go
Bro,
to
you
that.
slide the Pro Bowl, bro.
Yeah, nah,
Because I
because
mean, remember,
Pro Bowl
because the
is
Pro Bowl
near.
is in Orlando, so not only is it gonna be the players there, it's gonna be the females there because they
There's
want the
gonna be
players.
females. They usually choose between the Hawaii and Orlando, if I'm correct, for most part. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be in Orlando this year, which is great. That'd be great. Damn. Damn. And I remember the last time it was kind of near us, near one of my stores, so that was pretty good. But yeah, man, y'all can check us out, man. Check us out. It's peace out time. Thank you again for stopping by in the pod, bro. These are like the bloopers towards the end, to be honest.
It's San Francisco. The Pro Bowl is in San Francisco. Never mind.
Oh, they played. Why they do it, bro?
Yeah,
No one
bro.
wanted to be in San Fran, bro. That's not affordable over there, bro. Ubers probably cost like $80, bro. Come on now. How the NFL did that to us, bro?
It's
Roger
all
Goodell,
good,
bro.
bro.
Come on now, bro. Be better, Roger. Be better. I gotta clip this, man. Hell no. So I can send this to Roger, bro. Be better, bro. Be way better
Hmm.
than that.
Bro, we got to get your homie in bed, bro. Your homie said he's tired, bro.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. This is GG's. We've been done, so he could have logged off, man. We've been done. I already shouted him out and everything. We didn't keep it too long. So
Hey
go ahead,
man,
bro.
y'all be safe out here, man.
Yes, sir. You as
All right,
well,
y'all
bro.
boys be safe, man. Enjoy your night. I'm looking forward to these playoff matchups, man.
High
So